And hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. We are Hard Knock Dice. My name is Jonesy, your dungeon master for the evening. And these beautiful people around me are your heroes for the evening and my best friends. Today, we're going to continue across Eberron. But before we do, as always, if I can get an exclamation mark charity in the chat, we're raising money with Extra Life for the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. So go check them out. Go save some children. Open your hearts and wallets to a really great cause. Any other announcements? Anything? Everything? Okay. Wonderful. Thank you for that, Brittany. I appreciate you. Click on the link. Go donate some money. So if there is nothing to be said before we get started, let's hop right into this across Eberron. Last we left off, our heroes saved the city of Aether, felling the cruel bastard Yidril. After fighting him and his undead hordes, fighting them back and saving the city at a cost, but ultimately saving the city, they lost one of their own in Artyom, but brought him back at some sort of cost that is currently unknown to the party. At the very least, it cost them the staff that perhaps caused the entire incident in Aether. However, Artyom is back now after professing his love for Erish. Erish said that he felt the same, and now that's the thing. And Brittany shakes her head every time because she decided to walk away. It said, "Don't walk away from the table if you don't want to miss great things happening." Milo, after disappearing in the big battle, his armor was animated. A battle platform named Otto has now joined the Shining Vanguard in Milo's absence. A Warforged of sorts now joins the party. They have now made their way to Korth, the capital of Karnath, to be recognized as the heroes of Aether. They'd seen the king give King Caius III give a speech in front of the city and all of the heroes and soldiers and veterans of Aether that showed up and defended the city. And then they were invited to personally speak to the king. The king, after thanking them for their heroism, has now bestowed a small gift to the Shining Vanguard in the form of 3,000 gold each, as well as a piece of land somewhere within Karnath, giving them a choice of beachfront, lakeside, or mountaintop. The Shining Vanguard is yet to make that choice. However, during that meeting, a familiar figure showed his face, and one Pietro Rudick showed his face to Gandalin. After a short conversation, Pietro said it was not safe to speak within the walls of Korth, so he put up a meeting spot outside of the city walls proper at a small tavern, and that's where we find ourselves tonight. After Pietro made some pretty strong inferences that Gandalin was probably not just Gandalin, and that there are things unknown to him, and there are some very, very dangerous people after him. As if serendipity, a very, very dangerous person showed up nearly immediately in the form of one large Kingsguard soldier. Is unsure. What has been confirmed as of last episode is that this creature is Fey, at the very least. Showed up on a phantom steed, given some heads up by Artyom as a bat outside currently. Pietro escaped out the back door, albeit not very quietly. He did make it out and is now leaving. Artyom polymorphed him into a bird, which actually doing that means you had to drop your bat form.
Yeah,
Got you. So that is where we're going to pick back up. I would like to, before we pick back up inside, Artyom, where do you find yourself currently since you had to drop your bat form to cast polymorph on Pietro?
I am outside the back door.
You're outside the back door? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're around back currently. The streets are quiet. Our camera pans inside to where this being, this large figure in front of you, Gandalin, has not said anything. He simply came in and sat down while you tried to distract him in conversation. He never responded while Pietro left. This dude, as it were. However, he did stand up, standing a full head taller than you.
That's it.
Hand you a note.
That's pretty good.
One of his heads. His head's big. And that's when I realized I'm not scrolled down to the proper part of my notes. Okay. So.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Gainwin, you look down. The note is rolled tightly with a small, like, piece of twine, maybe a piece of vine around it, tied in a knot. What do you do?
If I get blown up again, Alex, I swear to God. Answer me, does the figure do anything after handing me the note?
Stands there.
Just stands there.
Menacingly.
Oh, dear God. Well, I'll cautiously undo the vine and unroll the note real quick. Just kind of like glancing down at it, keeping him in my peripheral, making sure I don't lose sight of him.
It does not move, and the letter does not explode.
Thank God.
So you unroll the letter. You see the words in script that is far too elegant to be scrawled by the behemoth that is in front of you. And it says on there, "The time has come to learn the truth. Follow, and all shall be revealed."
Is it in common?
It is in common.
It is in common. Okay. Not handwriting I recognize by any chance. Okay.
No.
I'll just like read the note and I'll look up at the dude. Is he doing anything now? He's still just standing there.
You read the letter.
Mm-hmm.
Beat or two passes. And he steps past you and outside of the front door.
Okay. Mentally, over the mental link, I still have with Eberron and Artyom. So, Artyom, this big armored guy, wants me to go with him somewhere, or something wants me to follow it somewhere to get answers of some kind. While
Okay. What are you going to do then?
I think I'm going to follow it for now. Eberron,
Okay.
I know you could hear all this.
Yes.
Probably a good idea to wake everybody up.
Did he say where to?
Not yet. That's why I'm saying go ahead and wake everybody up.
Very
I don't know how far they'll have to go, how fast, but I'm gonna start walking after as I'm having this thought conversation. But pretty sure the daughters have something to do with what's going on with Zoriat, considering that things speaking Delkir seem to do their bidding. So this may be a good opportunity, especially if they do have some kind of alliance with Zoriat and they have control of the King of Karnath. We need to know.
I'll get right on waking everyone up.
Get everybody up. I will do my best to give the best description possible of where I am. Artyom, you should definitely keep your distance. This guy is a Fae of some kind, so I wouldn't be surprised if he has some kind of like magical detection.
Alright, are you only supposed to come alone?
Doesn't say. I would not push it if we can avoid it. Also, you are not in best shape, so just keep your distance.
You don't tell me what shape I'm in. I'm fine.
You're in terrible shape.
Thank you.
Okay.
Keep your distance.
Artyom,
Perish the bro right now.
Artyom, keep an eye on him as much as you can. Just keep me updated with where you are. I'll start waking everyone up and then tell them to meet you as close to where you are as I can.
Thumbs up.
Gaina, when you step outside and you see this guy hopping up on this phantom steed, and as he does, a large beast to hold this guy. You see the saddle that he hops onto extends out, like magically grows a second seat behind him, and he sits there.
I'm not a huge fan of that. I suppose I will ride bitch behind the fucking terrifying Fey warrior man.
Okay.
I'm doing
could
the like
possibly
grabbing
go
the grabbing the back of the saddle behind me though. I'm not wrapping my arms around this dude. We're not doing all that.
Okay.
I'll slip around to the front of the building and give a little peek-see at what's going on.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's not trying to hide, so you
Right.
very much see both of them right now. Are you trying to stay stealthy, RTM?
Yeah.
Pull it up.
I'll go ahead. Natural 20 and 16 for, I think that's a total of 19.
It's pretty good.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing
19.
turns to you.
Cool.
Yep. For the rest of you, Erish does come around, and if you are asleep or whatever state that you're in, it's probably 11:30 at night or so. Erish does wake you up with the information that to just get ready to go. He's not sure where yet, but just to be ready for right now. Anyway, you hop up on this horse.
Yeah.
A couple of seconds later, he takes off,
Oh boy.
going towards the castle or towards the court.
Oh great. Well, I mean,
Going towards the
less
city
far
walls.
if I need an emergency rescue, it's less distance. We're not going farther away.
RTM, are you pursuing?
Yeah, if they take off immediately, I'm gonna just jump on homie's horse. He's not using it right now anyway.
Oh,
Pietro's?
Pietro's horse.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought
He's
you
a
were
bird right
hopping
now.
on behind Gandolin.
No, that seems like he won't.
Room for
notice
one
it
more?
right here.
That's good.
I want to interrupt real quick. As soon as I'm woken up, I'm going to go to the top deck and I want to start casting a spell.
Okay, what you casting?
Find Greater Steed.
Find Greater Seed. All right.
Sick.
That's a 10-minute cast, right?
10 minutes.
All right. And when you start riding towards the city walls, high, what are they called? Big fires on things, braziers, like up on the wall themselves. And that's when you notice when they start blinking out
Like as we get closer,
as you're getting closer to the wall.
does there seem to be like the pattern of like the ones that are closest to this guy are going out as we get closer?
Well, the thing is you're not to them yet. If you recall, it's about a 15-20 minute ride out. They just seem to stop existing.
I remember the last time that happened, there were very scary undead involved.
And then the wall not being lit just sort of consumed into darkness. And then the houses to the left and right of you consumed into darkness. And then right in front of you, complete darkness, and you feel yourself fall forward. Artyom, you're riding on Pietro's horse. No checks necessary just to get it going. You can speak to the horse at the very least and tell it that you need to pursue, and it does. And as you're riding through, you see that this horseman's him and Gainwin in front of you hits shadow, and on the other side of it there's nothing.
Oof.
You feel Gandolin drop out of the mental link.
Oh,
fuck.
So they just go into the shadow in a solid surface, or just like shadow into?
It's like a hut was casting a shadow onto the road from the lights. They went into it on one side and did not come out the other side.
Gotcha. Balls. Gandolin and the rider just went into a shadow and disappeared to somewhere else. He's not in the link anymore.
And we're going to cut away from you right there.
Goodbye, guys. You see a
Good thing you've
tall purple
watching your
tiefling with
characters, though.
weird eyeballs. It's all the same person.
He was actually sent by Milo.
Oh, nice. Dude, why are your people so creepy? Doesn't talk.
Gandolin,
Yeah.
you fall forward, darkness for just a moment. And then you find your feet on solid ground. You find yourself in a dim, mostly circular room constructed of wooden floors, walls, and a low-hanging ceiling of support beams holding up the misshapen conical roof above you. The dim, purple-gray light of dusk filters through the earth-toned curtains. A fireplace against the far wall is lightly crackling with flame. A metal pot hanging above it, and the smell of something pleasant filling the air, mingling with the earthy smell of the cabin itself. The muted sounds of rain hitting soft earth outside, the sloped roof above you, and every now and again, the low rumble or crash of thunder in the distance. After about a few seconds of taking in your surroundings, you feel your jaw unclench, your shoulders drop, your breathing slows. You feel relaxed, safe even, as if the tension and apprehension within you simply vanished. In front of the fire, two large, comfy-looking chairs sit side by side, with a small table in between, just big enough to fit the 2 cups and teapot that sit upon it now, with one of those chairs gently rocking back and forth, and the other as inviting as any place of comfort you've ever seen. What do you do?
No evidence of the rider or anything. Just it's gone.
Yep.
Oh boy. Well, this is spooky. Without stepping forward yet, I'm just gonna call out to what is presumably a individual rocking the other chair. You wanted to talk to me?
And as you call out, I'd like everybody else to take off your headphones, please, and step away from the table. Matt, you too. Headphones off. Okay. You call out to the other side.
Mhm.
I did. Please. You see a slender, pale hand beckon out to the side, to the other chair. Sit down.
I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna approach the other chair, but I'm gonna do it in such a way that I'm kind of keeping the maximum amount of distance possible away from the other figure. Like approach it from the back so I can see her with the other chair between me and them.
Mhm.
I want to see who I'm looking at before I consider taking a seat.
Circle around. You find Queen Edragani Weirdham
Yeah, shit.
sitting in the chair with a loom in front of her, sort of gently working thread.
You know, I kind of figured you were probably one of them or something to do with them. Can't seem super happy about being right, but Damn it.
Kind of looks at you with a gentle smile.
John, damn, can I insight her real quick just for
What are you trying
any
to gather?
potential malicious intent?
Sure.
Oh, that's really good. That's a 19 on the dice plus 8 for a 27.
The 27 like to she is currently both hands occupied with this loom, a foot that's sort of peeking out beneath a quilt or blanket of some kind, and she's working this loom. Her intent is on that. She seems calm.
Okay. Well, ever so slowly edge around to the front of the chair and just slowly sit on like the edge of it.
This conversation has been a long time coming. You and I fated to speak. And more.
Well,
Continues to work the loom. I think you know what about.
I've been made aware that my mental faculties aren't exactly the greatest, so just in case.
She gives a light chuckle. Your destiny. What you are to become, what you have always been. A king. The rightful heir.
Okay, that is funny. And absurd. But
Fate can be that way. But not untrue. She raises a hand and a heavy tome on top of the mantle above the fireplace drifts across the room and lands gently in your lap. Look for yourself.
suspicious as all hell, but I mean, I'll look down at the book. Did she hand it to me open or just
Just
shut?
closed at the moment.
Yeah, so I'll take a glance down at the book.
Yeah. You open, you thumb through some of the pages. It's lineages. Family trees. Tracing back to Karn the Conqueror. Galifar the First. Caius the First. What you don't see in this book is Caius the Third.
It tracks. I mean, from what Pietro said, it definitely, I mean, y'all propped him up as a fake. So I can't say that's surprising.
Only because the true heir to the crown decided to not embrace his fate. Decided instead to run from it.
My understanding, the true heir of the crown fled from being married to, I assume you're either one of them or one of their minions. But from what I understand, 3 incredibly terrifying creatures of nightmares. So can't really blame him.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Perhaps a different bloodline should take the throne anyway. They didn't seem to do a very good job for the last 100 years or so, so maybe a little change is good. Though maybe not the one currently there, since he's your puppet.
I could not agree more. With the current one not reigning anymore. You see us as dangerous monsters, terrifying. They're necessary. Necessary to stop what is coming. Things that we have seen. No one will survive. And I know you have seen them too. Firsthand, I know you have seen them.
You know, you see, I find that kind of funny, actually, because from the best of my memory, and some magical accoutrement and the like, the thing you sent to kill my parents spoke Delkir.
Not me.
No.
No.
Then who?
My sisters are cruel. My sisters hold grudges. Not me.
Insight check.
Roll it.
$19.
Tell me what you're doing to try to gather whether or not she's telling the truth.
Oh man.
Is it just
So-
looking at her? Are you asking a certain question?
Like I said, I'm inciting when she said that she doesn't hold grudges.
Mhm.
That is what I'm, because, and I'll say out loud. I'll say, I find that interesting, again, because my mother used to read me a story about three witches, one of whom was very kind, but that was actually bullshit. So are you that one?
She gives almost a hurt look. I'm not here to change your mind. Call your parents liars for things that they have told you, for stories that they have heard themselves. How would your mother ever know? Matters not. What is important, and you see in the book that you're holding, you see under King Jaren Wynard, the last king, the one that had a bastard child. The family tree grows under Jaren Wynard, and another box is added, and a name populates in it, and it says Eldwing Wynard. Your parents may have left you with stories, but your father knew the truth. He found it out at some point, at the very least. He left a clue for you to find it eventually. and gave you your name. And you'll see the firelight flicker up into the air, embers. Spell out Eldwing Wynarn. And you'll see the G in Eldwing float towards the front. The A from Wynarn float behind that G. So the letters from Eldwing Wynarn spell Gandalf Bryn.
What do you want?
I want to stop the bloodshed that will come. If you do not sit on the throne you are destined to be on, the wars will not stop. The peace is tumultuous as it is. I'm here to stop further calamities, further invasions. I want you to take your rightful place on the throne of Karnath as king.
So you're not vengeful. That perhaps my parents were mistaken and that the stories are not fair. Release them then.
I will help you do this. Taraza keeps them in her demiplane. You've seen the glowing red eyes. I assume that is her watching over. She partners with the Dalkir. She sees all.
Only dealings with the Delkir.
What do you mean by that? For me, don't you?
I'm saying because I know I'm fishing for like, is she in league with Zoriat? Like,
Right.
not only the Delkir or with the plane of madness itself.
Sisters we may be, but Taraza has her secrets. She stops with the loom. She looks at you, turns to look at you fully, giving you her full attention at this point. Brilliant green eyes just sort of looking over you in this situation. The true bloodline of Galifar. You could reunite these fractured nations peacefully. You have that power. I have seen it. That's the only way you win. It's the only way we all win.
Hope you've got more than words.
What would you have? To see it?
Perhaps.
What could I spin in words that I could not spin in images for you?
Where are your sisters?
They are very powerful. They can be where they like.
generally speaking.
The homeland that we created, Droam.
And you are here as Caius's babysitter?
I'm here at an attempt to guide you to the right purpose. I have waited so long to do so. Everything has led you here, Ganduin. Everything that you have done so far. It has led you here. The book that you're holding can be verified by every Meister in Korth and beyond.
Maybe I'll do that. But if you say you are sincere, your wish is to prevent what is coming from destroying everything and from these future wars, from continuing to tear apart Corvair, I can't say I'm inclined to take that just on good faith. If you mean it, you will use whatever influence you have over Caius, whether he knows who you are exactly or whether he thinks you are just a go-between. You will use that influence to keep him cooperating with us and with the other nations to prepare for what is coming.
He will not be able to. It's not his destiny.
Well, then have him keep the seat warm and make what preparations he can.
Only you can do this, Ganduin.
Yeah. I can't say I really trust you all that much. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it my way. If you really mean well, which can't say I'm convinced of necessarily, me and my friends will do what we do. We'll make sure that all the other nations are going to be ready to stand shoulder to shoulder when the plains of madness arrive. And you're going to make sure that Caius is willing to cooperate with them.
She waves
And
a hand. Fires billow out. Ashes and embers make images in front of you. To give you a long story short, you see nations at tables. You see Galash Ka at tables attempting to bring everybody together, but you see kings and queens and houses, the dragon-marked houses of Eberron, fractured, non-compliant, not agreeing with each other until it is too late. You see madness wash over the continent of Corvair, wash over every other continent on Eberron until it is consumed.
All right. Just gonna stand up.
She stands up with you.
I figure there's got to be a nugget of truth somewhere. And if it is so easily verifiable, like you said, then I will verify it. And if it's true, then I will do what I have to.
Caius will try to
But
have you
I
killed.
will sooner spend all of the rest of my eternity suffering and torment than allow the spawn of Sorakel's fingers to remain in Karnath. So go fuck yourself.
Magics. Untold. At my fingertips. Takes a step towards you.
Is there a door to this cabin?
Yeah, there's a front door.
Okay. I am going to hopefully dissolve into black smoke as a bonus action. Misty step to that door.
Okay. Misty step towards the door. She follows you. She follows. Her eyes follow you.
Right.
What are you doing?
I am opening the door and trying to dip.
You open the door. It is raining outside. And as you fling the door open, into a swamp area. In the front yard, you see two heavily clad armored individuals, one in full orange and red regalia with a red beard puffing out from under his helm. Beside him, one you have not seen yet in white and blue armor with braided beards, looking younger than the others, other two that you have seen, but no sign of the black guard that you saw earlier before. The yard has a fence around it, but it is a small yard. It is built on top of like a mud hill with roots running through them. What are you doing?
I'm dipping out of the yard, I suppose. I'm going to try to kind of not sprint directly past those two. I'm going to try to kind of cut an angle to get outside of the bounds of the yard.
You take off running, the rain splashing through the rain, your feet sort of seeping into the mud a bit as you run through here. As you do, you hear some ripping and tearing of earth. You see the entirety of the hut stand up onto roots and brambles, onto four different legs, as it turns towards you and starts moving towards you without slowing because of the mud and everything. I'd like you to give me a stealth check.
Okay. Question.
You're running for right now, or are you hiding immediately?
Once I saw this thing go to rip up, I would immediately go to cast Pass Without a Trace to then stealth.
Okay. But you're gonna stealth, so you're stealthing 30 feet away?
If this is a whole ass house, I doubt I can outrun it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to get into the shadows, break line of sight, and maybe give it the slip that way.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Okay. With the Pass Without a Trace or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. Oh no. All right. Woo. Ooh, well, the double sevens will make it only a 32.
32. Still very good. You hear the stomping of the house. Misaimed or just meandering. But you hear a voice in your head. Who do you think has led you here? Your entire life destined to be exactly where you are, and you think you can outrun it. As the entirety of the house steps around the corner of behind where you are hiding, and the front of the house is looking at you with the door looking as if it was a mouth. The two windows on either side lit up with fire from the inside. Where would you run? What are you doing?
Jesus Christ. Oh, God. I thought all I could do is fucking run. Keep trying to break line of sight. We're in a swamp, hopefully, like, denser wooded area. If that would have any effect.
Take off running, sprinting through. The voice still pours into your mind. Your father ran. For years he was successful. Only because of those silly little rings. Who do you think sold you the mirror, boy? You run and hide once again. You just hear the house getting closer and closer. Your father ran, and even he could not run away. Where do you think you will go? You have nothing to hide you, no shelter. I have led you here. What are you doing?
Fuck. This thing is just keeping pace with me no matter what I do, it looks like.
Seems like it.
I'm just going to spin on my heel, unsling the blood bow. I'm just going to turn on bonus action, Zephyr Strike, haul back, sacrifice. I'm going to drop 50 HP and I'm going to shoot that fucking house.
You're going to shoot the house, roll an attack?
Yes, I'm going to shoot the fucking house.
Roll an attack roll.
Wow, that's incredibly dog shit, but it's a house. So, 25 with an 8 on the dice.
25 hits.
That's a lot of damage, and I didn't have d12s out. 2, 14, 26, 33, 34, 37, 39, 39, 47, 55, plus 10, 65 points of piercing damage.
Shattering the front door, the windows shatter with it outside in this place, a deep rumbling, almost painful yowl from within the house itself. The voice continues in your head. Your parents' death, trapping them somewhere. You just happening to find a group that would be willing to travel with you to bring them back. A dwarf seeking a cairn who would inevitably lead you back to Aether, which would lead back here. It is by design. It is your fate and it is your destiny. There is no sense in running. And even though I hold all this magic, what were you about to say? You were about to say something.
I
Go
was
for it.
I was just gonna say I'd sooner join them than ever serve any of you. So you either send me back or you strike me down. Choose.
With all the magic that I hold, yet the most powerful magic. And then the voice stops being in your head, is instead right behind you.
Shit.
So you turn around and you see her green eyes are just fiercely glowing. She touches your cheek. Is the power or the illusion of choice. And everything goes dark.
Oh. Okay. Oh no. Yo.
Everybody's back. Everybody back.
All right, guys. What's my
Everybody
new
back.
character gonna be? What do y'all? What's the vibe? Cody's not paying attention.
I'm trying to grab everybody.
Hey yo. Hey
I
yo.
see James got his
James,
headgear
man.
on.
Cody's still not paying attention.
Brittany's on the way.
If I stand on the floor hard, if I jump on on what is Cody's ceiling, will he notice?
Well, you're out of this scene, so you can go grab him and tell him to put his earpiece in.
Okay, yeah,
So.
you're good. Perfect.
Jump through the floor.
Shining Vanguard. We are going to be at the moment. RTM, you're riding Pietro Rudik's horse. Following, you see that this being is gone and no longer in front of you, and you feel Ganowin drop out of the mental link. What are you doing?
I've got my things with me, so I know it might be a long shot. I'm gonna dump a 5th level spell in to try and scry on my homie.
Okay. You attempt to scry onto Ganowin and it fails almost immediately. Like you go to cast the spell and it just you hear, Artyom, everybody's ready. I have everyone up. Where are we meeting you?
I don't know where to meet. Gandalf's just not here anymore. He was on the horse with this other person, and he just vanished.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure it out. I'll give him basically where we are in the city at my current location.
Okay. Very well. Should we meet you there then, outside of the walls?
I'm going to try and find out what happened here. I don't know.
You shouldn't be alone. Who should
Get
join
here
you?
quick.
Okay.
I was a little late getting my earbud in. Where is Otto during all this at the moment?
So Erish is going to turn to the rest of the group. Artyom was following Gandalf, but he simply disappeared. He's not sure where he is. He's said to meet us outside.
That is not good.
Correct. He said to meet him outside of the city and quickly.
Where outside of the city?
To the north somewhere. He didn't really give me any more detail. I have a running link with him right now. So if we get to moving right now, maybe we can meet up. I don't know where he's going to be in 5 minutes when we're all down there.
Can you ask him for a landmark, and I will be on my way.
Artyom, do you have a landmark of some sort?
I will pop the ruby off the end of my staff, hand it to Barrick, and make him go 100 feet in the air and wiggle it around.
Okay. All right, yeah. So, should I assume you communicate to Erish?
Yeah. I'll have Barrick carry the torch in the sky. You'll see it. It'll be right above me, 100 feet or so.
You'll see a torch
Noted.
flying in the sky.
And he's off.
Just gonna fly.
To the nearest balcony or window or whatever, and just boop.
Well, if you remember, in this villa, it is actually open to the night sky on the open, and yeah. So,
Then we are definitely going.
all right, Otto just sort of takes off. The rest of you, what are you doing?
I'm ritually casting Detect Magic to see if I can figure out what happened here.
Okay,
The standard stuff along that nature.
sure.
Also taking off, but a little slower than Otto.
All right, how are you taking off? You just
Because I
going
can't fly
Yeah.
on foot.
on foot? Okay.
Well, it's at night, so
Oh, Kasha can't fly at night.
I don't have my coat on. I have Daria's coat on.
Gotcha. Okay.
oh, okay.
Simple.
What you doing?
Walking, I guess.
So, Kashik and Gorham, foot crew, Otto's flying. What's Carly doing?
Completing that spell unless it's done.
No, yeah. Well, I'll say by this point you're finishing up with it.
Word.
What you doing?
I'm mounting this Fey Pegasus and taking off.
You're mounting a Pegasus and flying out after Otto. Dope.
Dashing 180 feet.
All right.
That's a
guys.
fast bitch.
Fly out. Within moments, Crowley and Otto, you see Barrick flying around with a flaming ruby in the sky, to sort of keep in pace with RTM. Kashik and Gorham going to take you a few moments to catch up there. Erish is going to be with you two on foot as well. He is bringing Glop. Actually, he is not. He is going to tell Glop to watch Mop here in the villa, and he will grab his shield and some candles that you see are stuck in pockets in the back of the shield, and he will run with you all. Otto and Crowley, you get there first within 5 minutes or so. Not very long. you're still in the middle of casting Detect Magic there, RTM, if you're casting it ritually.
Yeah.
So you two run up on RTM ritually casting Detect Magic. Is there anything you'd like to do in this 5 or so minutes that you have?
Seeing as our team is busy, don't want to interrupt him and break the ritual, Otto will begin a physical investigation, I suppose. Seeing as he has no context, really.
Sure. Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
Checks take dice. 1 sec.
Well, I'm going to help him whenever he finds his dice, since I'm also an investigator, so for advantage.
You want to give him advantage?
Hail. Okay. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. That is a +10 at advantage. Cool. We like those.
So it's fair to say that they're no longer on the material plane, right? From how it immediately didn't form a connection when scrying.
Perhaps it's either that or he is somewhere that is specifically protected against scrying, like your homeland.
Thank you for that advantage. It would have been a nat 1. Instead, it was a 23.
23. Very nice. Otto, with that, you see that the oh, I need to change this because it's not raining here. No rain. Sorry. Gotta fix this. Okay. With a 23, you find pretty quickly the heavy horse prints in the snow, leading from the north towards the city itself. However, they just stop mid-gallop. There's nothing. It does not continue on past that point.
Artyom is already doing what Otto would do next, so I guess other than searching around, casting light through his eyes, so he's walking around like with the high beams on.
Mm-hmm.
We'll wait on Artyom to finish his spell.
Okay. Crowley, you're helping him do that. You finish your Detect Magic spell, and let's look at Detect Magic. Sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. Sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura on any visible creature or object that bears magic. You learn a school of magic, if any. Spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by... Okay. Give me since it's not really part of the spell, but I've let you guys do this before, give me an investigation check, but with your spellcasting modifier.
That's an 18 and a 3. So that's a total of 10.
10.
10. Oh, I'm sorry, 13.
13.
Yeah, wisdom. Excuse me.
Artyom.
Yeah.
He jumped into a shadow. And you have no clue where it went to. The last time you came into contact with something like this, you know Gandalf can travel with shadows.
Mm-hmm.
But you're just not sure. You get through investigating that. Gorham and Koshik will finally, and Erish will finally get there, running up on foot. What are you guys doing?
It seems he just vanished. Either he's someplace that's blocked against people trying to spy on him, or he's not on this plane anymore.
That is incredibly inconvenient. It is difficult to destroy his captors if we do not know where they are.
Well, I don't know if he was captured or not. He said he was going to go with this person, and I was just trying to keep in check with him. See where he was going, make sure he's safe. If he went into a shadow, maybe he's in the plane of shadows. I don't know.
I am incapable of traveling between planes.
I'm gonna see real quick, 'cause I think that I have with sending, it's a lower probability of it going through if they're on a different plane, but there's still a possibility, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm going to use sending.
Okay.
Okay, so there's only a 5% chance that it doesn't arrive. So I'm gonna send him a message. Gandalf, where have you gone?
That it.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a D100 first.
Where are the dice at? Come on, Brittany. Where are the dice at? Oh my god, where are they? Give me 1 second, sorry. They will be digital dice because I seem to have lost my dice once again. D100, you said?
Yep.
I don't think I have a D100 anyway. 48.
Okay. The message goes out.
Wonderful.
No response.
Not wonderful. Do I know that he's received it though? Or that he's received it though?
Does it say it in the spell?
Like, I don't think it does. Let me check.
Let's see.
He sends a short message of 25 words or less to a creature. The creature hears the message and its mind recognizes you as a sender if it knows you and can answer in a like manner immediately. It does not say whether or not I know.
Okay. It goes out. You're not sure.
Right.
What you are sure of is that you wait around for an excruciatingly long few minutes and you get no response.
I asked him where he was. No response. I don't know if he got it or not. He didn't respond. Artem, you said he traveled through his shadow?
Yeah, he was just going. I'll gesture to the shadow in question.
Mhm.
He was riding on a spectral, a phantom steed with a very large other individual, and crossed the shadow, and then never came out the other side. Like, just in, never came out. I assume this isn't a thick shadow. It's like a street light shadow, and just went into nothing. Yeah.
Right. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to see if the dude I saved has any clue where Gandalf's at.
Pietro?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what you're doing. He flew off into the city. He's probably still a bird at this moment.
Oh, he's definitely not.
Oh, is that a...
Uh-oh, did he fall
Oh
out
yeah,
of the
'cause
sky?
detect magic is a concentration spell. Ah!
Hopefully he was roosted at the time.
Well, Scrine has a casting time of 10 minutes, so I hope he made it home in 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, he also tried to scry. That's right.
high or low there, RTM?
Oh, always high.
No.
I bet he's
Killed the
real
last
high in the
person
air.
that has anything to do with my family. That's messed up.
Well, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't disappear in the shadows with strange men.
You want some candy, little boy?
That is basically what happened.
I got some backstory for you. Come with me. Come on.
And Gandalf got right in the back of that van.
What are you saying to Pietro? Are you sending him a message or what are you doing?
I can't do that.
Oh, okay.
So, Koshik, do you remember the King's Aid that came in during the meeting?
I guess I remember him. Yeah.
I'll give a brief description before just going, okay, look, he looks like this, and I'll just kind of look up a little bit, trying to remember exactly, and then shape my face to look exactly like that guy. This guy.
You see, he turns into like an older Carnathi gentleman with stark white hair that kind of sort of is with a receding hairline that ends in a widow's peak, and just sort of light blue eyes. And yeah, I'd say with that and with Kaushik's high wisdom and passive perception, you remember this guy. He's the one that handed King Caius the folders of the property earlier.
I was about to say we all saw Pietro. I thought.
Yeah,
so.
like I saw him. I just.
I think there's a difference between someone being like in conversation with you in passing, right? So,
Right.
but all those things combined, easy enough.
Perfect.
Otto. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I do remember him. Yes. Why?
Can you send him a message and ask him who this armored man was on a spectral horse?
Sure. Do you want me to give him the details about Gondolin disappearing with him?
No, just ask him who he was and where he's at.
Um.
Where both, if you can, what is his location, what is Gandolin's location, and what is Armored Man? Where he is right now, the biggest one, because we can ask many questions once we find him.
Sure. Do you know his name?
Is Pietro, right?
Pietro, yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure that Artem knew his name. Because, like, I know his name as Brittany. I did not know his name was Kaushik. Pietro, we are trying to gather information on a large man with a spectral horse. Where are you? I don't know how many words I have left. I counted, but like I don't know what count I'm at.
Sorry, I was reading something. You said, Pietro, we are trying to gather some information on
just information.
gather information on a
large man
with
with spectral
a
horse.
spectral horse.
Where are you?
So you got 7 more words.
And where is Gondolin?
And where is Ganduin? 3 more.
You motherfucker.
Oh, I want to retcon. Who is he? Where are you? And where is Gondolin?
Okay. I am home. I'm home. We'll do 2. Sprained ankle.
Oh no.
He's a king's guard. Personal guard to the king. Gandoin was with you all. Tell me you haven't lost him, please.
I will relay that message to Artyom. Do you know where he lives?
No, I don't know where he lives. Shit. Do you have enough magic to send him another one to find out where he's at?
Yes, barring something going wrong tonight, yes. So I will send him another message. Where do you live? We're coming to speak to you. Oh, where do you live? We are coming to speak to you. I don't know what accent that was. Oh.
How many words is
3. Oh.
Okay.
One word, they're strung together.
Oh, sorry. Oh.
We'll be back in.
I want you to roll me a persuasion check, Kaushik.
Okay. Persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Persuasion. Total is 16.
16.
Yes. Wait, I've got a little dot by it. Does that mean I have advantage?
I don't
Or
know.
no?
Why would you have advantage?
I don't know. There's a little red dot by it. So.
Just saying that you're proficient.
Oh, because I have proficiency? Does that mean I have advantage? I don't know how this works.
Don't you wish, Weather Boy? Anyways, okay, you asked where he lives, that y'all are coming to him.
Mhm.
He says to you, packing will be at the west gates in 30. I suggest you leave too. Days. You can assume he means minutes.
Fuck, 30 days. I will pass that message along to everybody that I'm with. Focusing on RTM.
In 30 minutes he's packing. Why would he not just say where he's at so we can get there now? This is very frustrating.
I don't know. I agree it is frustrating. Maybe he just wants to make sure we're not followed or somebody doesn't find him that he doesn't want to, I guess.
This man's been a very hard one to track for Gandalf for some time. I'm not surprised he's taking every precaution.
Is it likely that we have been followed?
It's always likely.
We're probably being watched right now in some way, shape, or form.
That is unfortunate.
If this guy was a Kingsguard, he looked like the big red guy that was with the king earlier.
Otto's gonna have his familiar fly up and keep an eye on things.
Okay. Goes up there with Barrick. Just sort of keeping an eye around you guys for things moving towards you, I assume. You're muted.
With a focus on from the direction of where we came from.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. What are you guys doing?
Well, Crowley's going to move his mount a little closer. Should we perhaps move to the west gate then?
I guess that's all we can do for now. I'll wait here for the rest of the folks to show up on foot. You guys go ahead and be at the west gate. At least someone should stay here in case Gandalf comes back out of the shadow in the next few minutes.
My thoughts exactly. Let us know if... Are we all tied mentally?
Nope.
Who do we have?
Just me and Erish.
All right, well... I'll message you if anything comes up.
Okay.
And let's be off.
Altium shouldn't be left alone.
Oh, was Erish already arrived?
Yeah, Erish and Kaushik and Gordon
Oh.
were there. That's how you're talking to Kaushik to tell her to send messages.
I thought that on... I'm stupid. Okay, I was thinking the on foot people hadn't arrived yet. They're...
That's Kaushik.
Yeah, that's Kaushik. Yeah.
She's real.
Okay. Well, we should... I'll leave Barrick here in case Gandalf comes back. And I'll obviously take the ruby back from him so that he's not just like, I'm a target.
Gotcha.
And
Just gonna
yeah,
like
have
have
him-
Barrick prop up on a roof and come and get you if he sees Gandalf.
Right.
Okay.
And we can head towards the gate since we don't really have any other choice. I will also take this time to... Oh no, I already had Dark Vision cast on myself. Yeah. Everyone, be very aware of everything around you. Because we might be getting attacked.
Understood.
Okay.
Kind of like casually racks a chain of the cartridges into his backpack. Pretty much.
Do any of our runners need flight?
That's up to them.
I mean, we got half an hour. We can just run.
I got a horse.
Sam.
Do you have a horse?
I mean, if y'all have room on your horses, we can just hop on the back of the horses.
No, I just have one horse that I stole.
You got room for a passenger?
Stole is such a strong word.
You can sit on the horse with him if you so
Sure.
choose. So it's just Gorham and Erish on the ground right now.
Oh no.
You took Erish's spot, Koshik.
I'll pick Gorham up and I'll put
I
him
know
on,
you're not used to social cues.
I'll put Gorham on the horse, the spectral unicorn or whatever Crowley's riding.
What's Koshik's strength? I don't think she's picking up Gorham. I'm gonna be real with you.
If
Puppies.
Gorham has his
He's like a
hammer, I don't think
baby.
anybody's picking up Gorham.
Koshik's strength is 10, but he's like a little baby, so I'll just pick him up.
I have never heard so much.
I don't know if I've ever seen James look so offended.
I'm just imagining that this entire time, like,
I'll toss him.
Brittany's head cannon for a dwarf is like a Cabbage Patch doll.
Gorham, you want to ride with me? Get away from all this nonsense. Let's get out of here, bro.
Little Cabbage Patch.
Sure. All
I
right.
keep
Hand up. Pegasus takes flight. We're out of here.
Erish can get on the horse with Artyom and I'll just huff it. Let's go.
She's got to break
and
in
coffee.
that
Would you
jacket.
like a lift?
Sure. I'll ride with Otto.
Okay.
Like a backpack,
With
like I
strong
used to do
fur,
with like I used to do with Milo.
Fucking
She's going to rust up Otto.
this Peter Pan scene over to the West Gates as you guys fly and make your way to over there. Yeah, you guys get over there. The West Gates are pretty heavily defended by White Lions and other city guard. But surely enough, unless there's anything you guys want to do, you do see Pietro eventually. 30 minutes, hood up. Same hood as before. Artyom, slight limp as he's leaving the city. Keeps his hood up on the way out and does not stop for you guys, but continues to hobble outside the West Gates.
Yeah. Artyom about as subtle as a shotgun. It's going, yo, start stalking.
What?
We require
What do
all
you know?
information that you have regarding Gandalwin. Please allow us to use diplomacy.
You alright, diplomacy.
Sure, diplomacy. Give me my horse back and let us
You can-
continue riding outside of the city. And he just sort of glances back at all the guards on the wall.
By all means, let's go right ahead. You can speak softly.
Now let's talk and move.
You guys start moving slowly outside of the city and away from the walls. I don't know where Gandalwin would have been taken. Told him that they were after him.
Who is they?
Who is they? Please understand, we require all information on Gandalwin that you may have.
Gorham, give me a wisdom check, as Pietro does not want to speak.
Coming up hot for you, fella. What D20 should I use?
All
the
of
roll's
them.
good.
I just imagining James over there with all of Rebecca's missing dice, like, ooh, which one should I use?
Just a wisdom check.
Yeah, just wisdom check.
That's 11.
Okay, it's DC 10. That's fine.
Oh, nice.
You remember a conversation with Gandalf. Conversation a long time ago when he asked you that if he didn't make this through, that you would see justice onto some people. That you would see justice onto the daughters of Sorakel. The hag leaders of Droam. So, you ask who? Pietro goes into nearly a cold sweat, not wanting to say their name. Gorum, you can deduce that that is who he is talking about when he says they.
Say the name one more time, Jones.
The daughters of Sorakel.
You mean the daughters?
He just, like, physically cringes. Yeah, yes, the daughters.
What is their connection to Uncle Gandalf?
They're the one responsible for his parents. Their deaths.
That is most unfortunate.
Why?
You just get just a pained, confused look from Pietro when you say that.
Please divulge all information regarding the connection and the sisters that you may have.
Listen. All I know is that the sisters were after his father. Like a brother to me, I knew Gandalf's father. Showing up, they wanted to form an alliance with Karnath. In exchange, they got Bastian's hand. Except for they didn't.
What is Bastian's hand?
Bastian is Gandalf's father's name, and his hand in marriage.
Oh, I thought you meant like a weapon. Okay.
No. Though that does, so anyways. No.
Does sound like a pretty cool weapon. So they wanted Bastian's hand in marriage because of...
I don't know, that was their price. But Bastian
I'm
wouldn't have
assuming
it.
he wasn't a hot guy because Gandalf. So what was the reason?
God damn.
That was a joke.
My feelings.
That is what they requested. In exchange, they get Bastian's hand. Bastian was already in love with Gwendolyn. He ran.
So the daughters of they wanted to marry his dad, but he ran away because of love, and then they got killed for it.
Yeah.
But he agreed to this.
Who agreed to what?
Bastian agreed to the deal?
No.
Okay.
I begged him to. I told him that he could not run this.
Hey, insight check this guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, 217s. Get fucked, guy. I'm inside of 22.
22? 22 is very good. You see mostly that this guy's racked with guilt, that he was right, or that racked with guilt because he was right. He tried to tell Bastian, seems like he completely means what he says. He tried to tell Bastian not to cross these people. Ultimately, it just seems like the guy loved Bastian though.
Okay. So it seemed like he knows why they wanted their hand in marriage, why they wanted Bastian's hand in marriage.
he doesn't even seem to be thinking about why.
What are the implications for Gandalf and their interest in him?
Probably
Okay.
being dead. If you can't find him, I don't know.
And this guy that came and got him, you said he was a queen's or a king's guardsman, or
Indeed.
royal guardsman, or something like that.
Guards assigned specifically to King Caius.
Okay, so why was he escorting Gandalf somewhere?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Are these guards that the king has had in his service for a very long time?
Not forever. Within... Probably within just under a decade or so.
So just under a decade.
Is the implication that King Caius has some hand in Gandalf's disappearance?
Well, if he's got a guardsman that just stole away with him, I'd say that's a pretty big hand.
That is unfortunate. He was such a nice man.
Okay.
That guard saw me there.
Ah.
I have no family here. Now the one thing that I have tried to stop for so many years has come to pass, so I will take my leave.
Do you have any idea, before you let go, why Caius would want to help them find Gandalf? To help them take him?
I don't. Unless King Caius is not really King Caius.
Well, that seems like a very crazy thing to... What do you mean he's not King Caius?
Unless he is one of them,
With
or influenced by one of them.
Oh, okay. So he's like under a spell or an illusion of a daughter's sort. Yeah. Okay. Well, so a decade ago, you see the big orange guy. You ever seen this dark guy before, or anywhere else?
All three of them.
There's three of them. Okay. What's the other one like?
There is
Get fire type, dark type. What's the last?
Psychic. Dragons.
King Dark. There is the two that you have seen at this point, red and black, and then there is white.
Okay.
What information do you have on these individuals that we could use?
Nearly nothing.
Either
They
hear him
don't
speak.
speak.
Oh, okay.
You are not familiar with their capabilities or talents in any way.
I've never seen them displayed.
Noted. Overwhelming force. How dangerous does Pietro look? Does he look capable of, like, defending himself if he gets jumped on his trip?
Sizing
He has a
up
sprained ankle.
Pietro. Give me a quick insight check. I'm just gonna hope for a natural one. Yeah, this guy can level 10 fighter at least.
That'd be fun.
What'd you roll?
19.
19. Not a level 10 fighter. He has lived a albeit stressful life. He has lived comfortably in a major city behind big walls. He is not a
Scanning. 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 Evaluation complete. Your chances of survival, should they choose to pursue, are functionally 0. Perhaps it would be better for we to spirit you away to our ship.
disappearing away. All the answers we have are inside the gates of the city.
But if we are going to be occupied finding Gandalin, we have neither the time nor resources to ensure his survival. I feel that Gandalin might be disappointed should this man meet an untimely end.
If they want me dead, I am already dead.
They may certainly try.
You don't understand what you step into.
No, I do not.
It's kind of like our most comfortable place to be.
If you find Gandalin, please tell him to leave here. To not come back. To not pursue this. It only ends in death.
Okay. What else do you know about the defensive capabilities of the capital?
Of Crown Home?
Yeah.
The King's quarters is monitored at all times by one of the King's Guard outside of his door. Within there are several anti-magic spheres and spells that are designed to trigger to go off at the sign of large magics. There are ballistas on the walls themselves of Crown Home. There are undead that are set to awaken should the king take that route. The White Lions are the primary force of defense for the king in the city itself.
Is the implication that we should level the entire castle?
There are thousands of innocent lives. No.
We will sound an alarm.
Where did you find
We just need to try and get an audience with the king. We've spoken with him once before. Can give him another little chat.
I'm sure he
Shouldn't
will
be a
speak
big-
to you again.
It seems that we're on his good side. I'm sure there'd be no reason for him to not speak to us again.
You are
Of
scheduled
course.
to speak with him. He will be at your quarters in the morning.
Good. We need to be ready for that in the morning then. Unless the other option is for us to walk through a tree and be in the Baishik Mountains by the end of the night. Be where the daughters are.
Deirdre looks terrified at that thought. Why would you ever even think that?
If they took him somewhere, it would be in Droem, right?
I don't know. I don't know where they would take him.
Okay. Arshim's just gonna look at the rest of the party like, is there anything else? With the expression says, anything else you guys need from this dude?
If he has no care for his own life, then I have no more questions.
Otto is right, Pietro. I think that you would be served well to come back to our airship, just so we can make sure that you stay safe, at least as safe as possible for now.
Give me a persuasion check.
God damn it. Okay.
Big money.
This one's got to be
And
better than
caution.
last time, right? It's not better than last time. It's an 11.
11.
Why'd you yell at Koshik at me?
We're gonna give you a flash of genius, and I'm gonna justify it by saying, and Koshik, my father believes strongly in free will. If this man prefers to die, that is his prerogative.
What does Flash of Genius do?
+5.
Oh, 16.
16. We'll say that will give you a chance.
Okay.
While I am forever grateful for what you have done for the country, the powers you stand up against are too immense. If they think I am working against them, which now, if they didn't have suspicion before, they certainly know now, I will die. And the most dangerous place for me will be in those city walls.
Do you have any words you would like me to pass on to Gandalin after we rescue him?
Tell him I'm sorry.
Excellent.
Pietro takes off.
Right before he gets ready to take off, I'm gonna smack him. I'm gonna grab his twisted ankle and hit him with a quick little cure wounds. Good look.
Before he goes,
Mhm.
I'm going to pull his identity.
Okay.
That's
That's a good call.
That's not a bad idea.
You see the slender, inhuman arms extend out of the mask, crawling, reach his long, extended fingers under Pietro's throat, under his chin, and just consumes it into the mask as it crawls back into your mask. Familiar sound of being sated. All right.
I guess let's get back to the castle.
That's how y'all are going. Okay.
Yeah.
To the king in the morning. Figure out what's what.
That man's lack of will to live is disturbing.
Well, it could also be an ambush for us to all be in one place to try to kill us, so we should be armed for bear.
Noted.
So shall we return?
If that's where you guys are going, back to Crown Home. Nobody stops you. You all, you got some?
While I'm flying back with Gorm on the back, I'm going to be casting sending spells off to Sharn again.
Okay. What are you saying?
Namely, I would like to let them know of an update that I was offered a position in the Kingsguard to advise the king, in addition to the possibility of working in the previous town. And then I'm going to let the development regarding the sisters be known, potentially.
Okay. Potentially you're going to tell them that, or that potentially that they may show their
Potentially they're involved. I'm not
Okay.
going to give them full details.
Gotcha. Potentially they're
to
involved.
clarify.
Gotcha. All right. Send those off. You guys are making your way back to Crown Home, getting there and going up the stone elevator to go to the door to the villa, opening up, and Gainwin, you are in there.
How long have I been there?
Few moments or so.
A few moments. You guys made it back pretty quick. That's good.
Where were you?
Pietro's
Uncle
taking his
Gandalin.
leave.
I'm go over to Gandalin and I'm grab his face.
Ah! What are you doing to my face? Ow! Stop!
I'm making sure you're not an illusion.
I am me, as far as I'm aware.
I was told to tell you that Pietro is sorry.
Pietro left town. He's pretty sure he's going
That's-
to be assassinated.
I hope not, but getting out of here is probably a good idea just in case.
Okay,
Um,
where did you go?
okay, we probably Do we have any way to make room secure here? Anybody got any?
You get-
any?
The man
I've
in
got
black
the-
that took you is one of the king's guards.
We are in castle.
Right, so does it fucking matter?
Mansion.
Yes.
Boom.
There we go. Thank you.
You're opening the mansion right. So you go from one incredibly lavish mansion into another one.
But this one's creepier.
It's
Hey,
creepy with
Yo,
faces.
dog,
I
we
wanna
put a
say-
mansion in your mansion.
I want to say this time it's an exact copy of the mansion. Like, it kind of reflects where we're at, but it's just darker and creepier, of course. Still, we got to
Great.
keep the theme.
That's
So a
awesome.
little
It's,
bit,
it's more decrepit.
a little bit darker and sort of deteriorated version of this open sky villa you step into. The exception being, of course, the wall of rooms, sort of semicircle of rooms off to your right, instead of ending in another room, instead of ends in that shattered obsidian doorway with the two green sconces on the opposite side.
Probably will hold the door open.
Like, and we go in.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
Oh, it's so. Come on in. I gesture to Eris. It's the walls over here.
Eris grabs up
Yes.
Mop's hand, brings in Glop.
Send
Hell
Pegasus off so it's not seen anymore. Bye.
Right.
Fly back to airship.
Okay.
We should have a seat come into the dining room or whatever we've got in there. Sit right down.
Probably
Okay.
closes the door.
Okay. Y'all spoke to Pietro. He was just dipping out of here, or did he say anything? And you gotta see how far back I gotta go.
He spilled the beans that the man that took you away was one of the royal king's guards,
Okay, that's
and
good.
that the daughters were after you because your father betrayed a deal that he didn't want to have for his hand in marriage because
Yep.
he is in love with your mother, and they're responsible for your parents' death.
Also correct. Okay. Okay. There's a lot. So disappeared off too. I don't know if it was just perhaps it was just like an illusion or something. It wasn't any like the King's Guard or something. It's some like old guy in his like in kind of like a seemed kind of like a secluded location. He wouldn't really tell me who he was. I think you might was it the Tower of the 13, the 12, whatever. Those guys, the wizards.
Yeah.
Maybe one of those guys. I don't know.
So some creepy man just abducted you?
Kinda, yeah. Spellcaster of some kind, obviously, because he teleported me through a shadow.
Did you think to ask a name?
Didn't feel keen on sharing, apparently. Yeah. Trust me, I tried. But he, creepy as he was, didn't seem to be lying, from what I could tell about the things he told me. Yeah, it's a lot. So, start. They wanted my father's hand because he is the actual bastard of King Jaren, of the old
Okay.
king.
Congratulations.
You've won.
What? No. Anyway, so yeah. They say, hey, now we have control of Karnath because we have Dr. Sorkel married to the new king, I guess. And I guess when my dad said, fuck that, and ran off with my mom, they took it a little personal. So when they didn't get my dad, they seemed to so they found Caius. And he is one of the daughters. It seems like probably with illusion magics, or I don't know. Maybe they're super powerful. Maybe they actually change their body. But not only is it fake, is one of the daughters is running the country right now. And Etrigani, the queen, I guess they captured her or something as leverage or as like a source of legitimate blood here in Karnath. But she is currently being held by Caius, and his folks.
That is less than ideal.
Yeah, it's bad.
So the king and queen
she's-
are not legitimate.
Well, she is a member of Karnath. Her house is legit, but they more or less kidnapped her and force her into position now. I mean,
Oh,
she's an
okay,
innocent
I see.
woman.
I see.
I mean, and we got to help her out the field. Like, that's shit. We can't just leave here as a that's what I'm looking for, as a prisoner of a fucking Heg. But do I have the yellow pages?
The yellow pages.
What?
The
I'm
tome.
just double checking. I have that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know where I was keeping it, but I pull out a giant fuck off book. Sorry, I didn't want to just say the tome if I didn't actually have it.
Yeah, you
So I
have
pull out a big fuck off book, put it on there.
Okay.
So this is it doesn't have, I assume it has like tome of lineages or whatever like on the cover. It's like, so this contains like the lineages of like all of the Carnathi kings, like going all the way back to Karn the Conqueror. Has Galifard the First in it.
Okay.
So this by its like this along with if we can rescue Etrogani, her and her family, as well as shit, you said Pietro left. Well, once
Would
we
you like
get
me to retrieve him?
the rest is no. I fucking wait a minute. But Etrogani and her family and this book, which apparently the Meisters of Crownholm can verify as being legit. And then once we, it's safe to get Pietro, the I'm losing words. Testify, get Pietro. We can also, like, all of those people testifying together is pretty much sealed in stone that Caius is bullshit, and that we can get rid of him or them, her, whatever. So we get rid of a dangerous enemy in charge of a nation, save an innocent woman who is like probably is in a lot of danger, and then pretty much get like we'd have Karnath's backing. That I don't. I'm not a huge fan, but I mean that'd put me in charge.
Congratulations.
The
Ian.
country would be
In a combination of our Otto has all of the knowledge skills, so I guess between like between Arcana or History or whatever, could I try and see what all Otto would potentially know about hags?
Sure.
Which one would you like me to roll, or both?
It would. I'll give you either or, and we'll see that way.
Wow, I'm gonna go with Arcana because that's a much higher bonus.
Okay.
31.
31.
31.
You know that there are many different types of hags. You know that in this Eberron that hags are fiends that are typically associated with the plane of Thelanis or the Feywild. However, they are planar travelers. They some of them are like brokers across all the planes, pretty much. A lot of them deal in less savory things, like the heart of a child or the soul of a being or something like that. They're all around not great. What else do you get for a 31?
Any particular strengths or weaknesses, or
It depends on the type of hag.
does he know what type of hags the Daughters of Sorakel are, since they are national leaders? And would that be a history check?
Give me a history check.
Not nearly as high of a bonus. Pray for me. Oh, no, fuck it, 27. Don't pray for me, I don't need it.
27. You know that with a 27 on a history check, I'll give you their names and what they are. You know Sora Katra. The voice of Droam is a green hag. You know Sora Maina, the fist of Droam, is an Anis hag. You know Sora Terraza, the sight of Droam. She is a dusk hag.
And we don't have any information about which one is here.
Oh, no, you have no clue.
Noted.
I'll say 27 on a history check, those monikers kind of speak for themselves, but Sora Katra was really the voice of getting the entire nation together. She was a big diplomat, big politician. Sora Maina was she is their general. Like, she leads their armies with sort of the imprinted historical knowledge that Otto has on him. You would know the tales of if she is seen on the battlefield, she would rend troops on her own. She would murder troops on her own, take out entire legions. You would also, and then Sister Terraza is famously a blind dusk hag who is a seer.
And based on his knowledge of the type of hags, sorry for 21 questions, are there any of the 3 types of hags listed thus that would be more inclined towards this kind of manipulation or shape-shifting or anything?
That's kind of a hag's thing.
Gotcha.
That is a hag's thing, is shape-shifting and manipulation in one way or another.
Got it.
Gasp, is Crowley a hag?
Yes.
There's no
Brother.
there's no general stuff like hags all die if they come in contact with blueberry juice or anything like that.
I'm melting.
Artyom, I have some seeds for you to grow.
And last thing for that, I would say that let's see real quick. I just want to check something.
All right. I figure easier to try and get some specific information instead of asking for like, DM, please tell me every piece of information Otto could possibly know.
Yeah, there's no real weaknesses that you know other than the fact that they are just personality weaknesses of something like that that crave power. But there's no like physical no blueberry juice weaknesses that you know about.
Got it.
And especially you would think, even if those were true for lower level hags, that something as powerful as the Daughters of Sorkel that sort of rose up and took over a nation of monsters and united them, they are probably worlds beyond your standard run-of-the-mill hag. So there you go.
We may break a sweat.
I think it's more like
Okay.
three Yidrils that already had a lot more innate awesome power decided, what if we made a power squad and took over the world little bit by little?
Look, I know this, like, it's a lot, but we need Karnath's backing, and I mean, it's fate, I guess, to be here now. Destiny, even. If this is mine, then so be it. And I can't leave her here, so.
Well, let's go and get her then.
Can I roll an insight check on Gandolin? Twice
Sure.
seems so hell-bent on saving the queen. Nah, it's okay. I'm real sleepy right now.
Real exhausted.
Yeah. 1 and a 3.
Ooh. That's rough.
See, Otto's not gonna roll an insight because he's not even thinking about those kinds of things.
Yeah, those just a stand-up dude.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't
Oh,
we try and save the queen?
So
That's-
I mean, gung ho is good and all, but
So
we
we
should probably
need to
still be
figure out
cautious about this. You know,
a way
play
to
it safe.
spirit away the queen, then.
Spirit away the queen. If we can, then we'd have the backing of her and her family.
So she's just physically being held. She's not like a leverage for other things, then.
We'd have to be able to get a private meeting with her and ask. As far as I'm aware, it was just that she was being held and basically against her will to be this legitimizing force for Gaius.
Okay.
But if we get her out, that secures her and her family support. Then we just have to be able to get this tome to the Meisters here in Crownholm. They'll verify that it's true. Or should we do that last? I don't know. Or do we want to get Pietro again and be like, hey man, we need you to be able to complete the trifecta of proof?
If we need him, then we can go get him. But I mean, he's running away right now.
I mean, I guess it depends on it's a time frame thing. I have no desire to put him in harm's way if we can avoid it.
If we can just get the queen out and get her somewhere away, would that be enough to say, hey, I don't actually want to be there now that I'm out of danger this very moment? Or are we going to have to make a case against the king of an entire country?
I mean, get her away. I mean, we do have to make a case. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. From my conversation with the wizard, like this tome verified with the Meisters here in Crownholm, Etrigani and her family, and House Rudick. That should be enough to really put the nails in the coffin. So we get her away. I don't know if getting her far away is safe. We get her on we keep her on the airship or somewhere. That's somewhere we can keep an eye on. That's safe.
You can shoot the airship down.
Well, I mean, obviously we'll try to keep her presence there hidden. I mean, we don't want to outright just say, Gaius, fuck you, guy. We're your enemies now.
Well,
not until we're ready to be like, aha, all of Karnath, you've been deceived. That is not the king. That is a hag.
But what if it is the king? What if he's just utterly mind controlled? Or do you know for a fact that is not
I'm
the right?
pretty sure, yes.
Magic exists that makes scrying impossible.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, if you're really worried about that, we can. I mean, we can look into it. But before Gaius grows suspicious, we'll get Etrigani out, get her to the airship or somewhere we can keep her safe, and we'll go from there.
Did you ask any questions about your escort?
It disappeared after I got through. I assume he was like some kind of summoned creature, maybe.
Oh, okay. Pietro said that the king had 3 of them. One black, white, and red.
Like I said, it was just that one. It might have been an illusion to be legit. Like, oh, I'm not one of the
pieces of paper and let you
or like I don't know, man. I'm not some expert in magic.
So do you feel like the one?
I am.
Do you feel like the one that was escorting the king is also some sort of not real thing?
I mean, possibly. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about these creatures. It took me through and was gone. I spoke to the wizard.
Okay.
It freaked me out, but I mean, I've had a little bit of time to kind of come to terms with it.
Okay, so in the morning we are going to talk to the king.
Okay.
He's going to come and visit us. So, what's the plan?
Any idea what he wants to talk to us about?
Probably wanting us to accept his gracious offer of a
No,
plot of land.
the plot of land. Okay.
Right.
All right. I mean, do we? I don't need. Hey, does that do anything for us? Is there any benefit between the three?
I just assumed he wants us to be Carnathi adventurers. In any case.
That makes sense. So I mean, it doesn't
what
really
is
matter.
the play if we're going to save the queen? We'll meet the king tomorrow. This is our biggest chance to try and do something that we all have without bureaucracy getting in the way.
I mean, does he have to meet with all of us?
I guess not.
I mean, okay. And I mean, that's easy enough. We'll have
Explosive magic. Oh, go ahead.
no explosive magic. We are not. This is not how we're trying to do this,
Yeah.
man.
He was gonna say explosive magic disregards bureaucracy.
Yes, but then many swords and spears and weapons will murder us, probably. And that doesn't secure us Karnath support. So what? So while most everybody meets with the king, me and Crowley, or me and Crowley, maybe Kaushik, can find the queen, let her know that hey, we're here to get you out of this bullshit. Come with us. Kind of get her on over to the airship or something. Stow her away. Maybe have Glop or I don't know. We'll do something to for like security measure there on the ship. And then of course they'll be freaking out about the queen's missing and that's all bad. Then we try to see if we can find these meisters or something in the meantime.
Try to find the meisters in the meantime.
The meisters of Crownholm. Yes, that's what they said. Like they can say that this is legit. The fucking pointing at the tome. They can confirm that this is legitimate.
The meisters of Crownhold. Okay.
Of Crownholm, which is here.
So why don't we find them before we meet up?
That's a good idea. I'm not gonna lie. I was just thinking about after the morning, but I mean we could do that. I guess we could do that now. Wake them up.
I mean, I've been sleeping a lot. I'm still really tired, but there's no time like the present.
Okay. All right. I
Actually,
have
many
no
times
idea
that's
where
the-
they are located, honestly.
Do you
Was
know
that not the-
anything about the meisters of Crownhold? Like, are they supposed to be old dudes? Do they have like a guild hall? What is a meister?
Do I know anything actually about the Meisters of Crownholm, Dean? Or Meisters in general? I don't even know if anyone knows what the word Meister means.
to abuse
Archon
the
definitely
knowledge
does it.
skills. To abuse the knowledge skills, since they're powerful and important magic users, would they have been taught about?
Oh, the Meister of Magic.
I mean,
Oh, I thought you said they were.
most of you would know what a Meister is, and it's basically just a scribe. Scribes may be a more apt term of writing histories down, and so typically just a bunch of old farts that write things down that happen, verify
Gotcha.
information and historical data, that sort of thing. So you could probably find them in a library somewhere. But no, I'm gonna say, I mean, Ganon's never been into Crownholm proper.
No clue. I just know they're here. They are Meisters of Crownholm, so that means they must be here somewhere.
Crownholm is the
This
Palace.
building we're in. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
So somewhere in this building,
Very
presumably.
We are 16 stories up, and so that means there are at least 16 stories of castle that we have to search to find these guys.
Should I go ask a guard?
No!
Yeah, we should just go Eskigard. You should just be really casual. Crowley can make himself just look like a tourist or something.
I don't think they let tourists into Crownholm. Maybe
Very-
Yuri may be a better, rep.
Yeah, you can be
Otto
all...
has no grasp of sarcasm, so he is getting ready to go ask a guard.
Stop! Wait!
Yeah, don't do it.
Please
it's
wait.
Just a joke.
But you just said to do that.
No, it's a joke.
Damn it, Otto.
Understood.
But yeah, we'll find a way to talk to the Meisters now.
Okay.
Make sure we have a like their seal of approval. Be like, yep, they said this
Well,
is.
what
true.
the fuck is that book, though?
Like I told you, this traces the like the bloodline of the kings of Karnath, like all the way back to Karn the Conqueror.
That looks magic, though. Is it magic? Like the book, is it magic?
I don't know. It's a book. Big shrug. I don't.
Just look at Otto like, Otto, is that book magic?
Know.
The book does not appear to be magical.
Okay.
But it doesn't have Caius III in there anywhere.
Oh, okay. So we just have a book that says this isn't. Again.
Not him, and it has my name in it.
Oh, it has Gandalf's name in it.
It has my I don't know, like my in like hiding name.
What is it?
Eldwing Wynarn.
Eldwing.
Correct.
Like an old wing?
Does kind of sound that way, but it has a Y, not an I.
Oh,
I'll flip open the book to that page.
He's like, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's spelled a little different.
Do you want me to call you Uncle Eldwing?
Yeah,
Maybe not.
probably
Or
time out
moment.
on that one for the next few weeks.
Yeah,
at
we'll wait
Noted.
until we've deposed Caius. Then be like, Eldwing Wynarn, ascend the
Okay,
throne,
matter of fact nod.
have control of Karnath, guaranteed support for what's coming. They might not want me to keep doing like going around and doing stuff, but I mean, I'll be the king. They can't tell me what to do.
You know, if we put you on the throne, we'll finally have the cooperation of
Of an actual country. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
like hell yeah.
They won't be like, well, we'll send some runners out to piss off until they win, and that'll be pretty good.
Perfect. I guess Crowley, suit up.
Okay. So Crowley
Rick-
and other folks are going looking for the
Oh, yeah.
Meisters.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Is it just Crowley or is someone going with him?
I think we're gonna get Crowley to gather information.
On like where they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Crowley's gonna go do some investigating in the castle.
Yeah, I can
Just
go
Otto
with
walk
will
that.
offer
outside
to
and
as
ask
like
the guard, hey, where's the where the
Okay.
But what
the
about Otto?
library's at?
I was just saying that Otto would initially offer to join Crowley for the information gathering.
Maybe a little quieter, perhaps.
For the rest of you, Kasha, Gorham, Dano, and Artyom, any plans for you?
As soon as he gives us some information, we can do that. Before he leaves, I can set up a mental link.
Okay, but other than that, just waiting for his return.
I
Okay.
while he's doing that, I know. I mean, I'm sure these guys are good at their jobs, but I mean, we're awesome. So I may see if I can wander over to kind of check out some more of the security on kind of where we'll be trying to steal a queen from
Hey,
tomorrow.
that seems like a phenomenally bad idea.
I'm not gonna go too far.
Right,
Just-
but you're
just
kind of
See,
like literally the person they want dead most in the entire universe, right?
they might not. I mean, considering I'm still whole, I don't think they quite realize I am
What are-
who I am quite yet.
Okay.
Again, I said earlier, us meeting with the king sounds like a really good place for him to just ambush us all and kill us potentially. I don't know what their plans are. I just feel like maybe you shouldn't go by yourself.
I'm safest by myself probably from getting detected.
You've said a lot of stupid things, Gandalf, but safest by yourself is probably up there, top 10 at least.
God damn it.
I can at least send Beric with you.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That'll work.
With the plan in motion and some plans to do some espionage tonight in the palace of in the capital of Karnath. We're gonna go on break. Don't go anywhere,
Hey.
guys.
Great success.
Join us for what is sure to be fuckery after
Oh.
this. Yeah, much love. Don't go anywhere. Drop a follow if you haven't.
Bye.
And hello, everyone. Welcome back to us and you. We are mostly the same people that were here just a few moments ago. To catch you up on what is going on, Ganowin has been giving some information about his past and maybe his future as well. The rest of the party, after a brief scare, after Ganowin disappeared into the never after somewhere, he has now reappeared into their room in Crownhold. So, the Shining Vanguard has now devised a plan to seek out some Meisters of Crownholm, some scribes that know the history of this place and can verify the source of a can verify I fucking hate you. I wish you would write that in the Twitch chat so other people know what I have to fucking deal with. God damn it. I completely lost my place on that one, dog.
What are we doing again, DM? Let's start from the beginning.
You're going to be finding some Meisters of Crownholm to verify the validity of a tome that Ganowin has. A tome of lineages that shows a family tree reaching back as far as Karn the Conqueror and going to one name that says Eldwing Wynarn, not Caius III. So, we are going to be picking up as you step from a mansion within a mansion, or a mansion within a castle, I should say, into your villa. The room quiet. It is now about midnight or so, maybe a little bit after at this point where all this conversation is had. So, Shining Vanguard, what are you doing?
I'm sending Barrick to hang out with the Gandolin.
Okay.
Or Eldwing.
Who are we starting with?
That's it. Crowley. That's my
Start
vote.
with Crowley.
Let's go. I was gonna say it anyway. Let's go.
Okay. Crowley,
No fear.
are you going alone?
That is my intention.
Very well. And how does Crowley appear?
Crowley will take the form of Yuri Isanov, the major.
Very well.
At
Donning
this
your
point in time.
uniform, I suppose, and heading down. And where are you going?
Going to wander. I'm sure I understood and looked about. Are you okay there, DM? You look a little
Fine.
flustered.
I'm just listening to your plan. That's it.
Okay, so that's no problem. I'm going to wander about a little bit, maybe perhaps look a little lost. That's fine. I'm going to be making good use of a cane, and probably just going to. But I'm going to move like I'm not ashamed of wandering about and happen upon the first guard I see.
Does not take much time at all to happen upon a white lion. There are several is an understatement. There are dozens and dozens stationed here within the hallways. Most of them, if not knowing who you are immediately, would know who you are within just a few seconds of talking to a higher ranking official. But you do get a couple of nods from a pair that are walking down the hallway.
Forgive me, a moment of your time, White Lions.
Is there?
Body's acting up, old war wound. I was wondering if you could tell me what the library was. I wish to pass the time a little bit before my leg feels a little bit more to rest.
Totally. Continue the route. I will take him. There is no problem here. One sort of gets dismissed down the hallway, and he will lead you. He leads you pretty far back into the castle proper. through various hallways and then awnings that go outside of the like the main building itself into other side buildings. You're like just the various hallways and stairs and stuff, probably like 10-15 minutes, and he just sort of fills the time, taking it kind of slowly, since you are walking with the cane. He says, "Where did you serve?"
I served the expeditionary unit mostly. I saw a lot of combat during the war, various locations, etc. I start rattling off encounters that I know happened in Karnath, but ones that I know are vague enough that, like, there's no possibility of just one or two. Not like, oh, here's the list.
Right. Yeah.
I took some shrapnel that day. It's been affecting me a lot more in my older years. They're more forged.
You can say that again. I was fortunate enough to make it out whole.
Well, I do appreciate you guiding me. You do your country a great service, sir. I appreciate it.
Of course. Please, I will wait here for you. And if you need to be escorted back to your room, I will stay outside though. Sort of beckons his hand, and it's like a small lit wooden door that leads into a I don't want to say a large library, but definitely just to be in someone's private residence, this is over the top. So,
right. Before I walk inside, it's like,
yeah.
Yes, I appreciate you taking your time. I know you are busy with great matters. If you need to go back to duty, just call for me and I'll be right here. I do not wish to hold you up.
Sort of still, gives you he's not military, but if you salute him, he will return it. He is still
it's more respectful, as always, respectful, and just hobble. I've been off step with him the whole way. And close the door behind me. What does Master Yoda see in the Jedi library?
So you'll see rows of bookshelves here, but you'll also see side tables filled that you would assume to be filled with different paperwork and things. Let me see if there's anyone attending.
Yeah, while you're checking, I'm just going to take a small little sand dial, spin it around hour, and just put it next to my pocket.
Okay. Aside from the guard that is outside, it is empty in here. Don't see anybody attending the library itself. It's just quiet.
I look for the restricted section, and no, I'm gonna take perhaps the first 20 minutes to kind of like, I don't expect to immediately see the breadth of it. I just want to kind of traverse and look around, get a view of how big this is, etc.
Yeah, it's like I said, you probably see about 5 or 6 rows that are about 25 feet long, maybe. Probably about 15-20 feet high, one of the ladders that sort of go around to reach higher books of shelves and stuff. So various workstations, like reading stations around here, lit by like Everlight candles, so there's no real danger of fire in here.
Okay, and I'm going to make sure I grab a book, something like the first military book I see, something that, I probably would not known as a grunt in the field. And I'll carry that with me open and just keep that open while I wander about. Mm-hmm. I want to see if there's any indication, like especially like work spots, like where they would have in the library, and just kind of rifle through as I'm passing around, like nonchalantly, see if there's anything like, signed by Maester Yada, whatever. Well, obviously looking at my book that I'm reading.
Right. Sort of wandering around, looking at different things. The workspaces themselves seem pretty sparse. It looks like if anybody was to be in here, that they've cleaned up their work after them. I will say that you do find a couple of doors out of the back of the library as well that lead outside of this space. But other than that, nothing, no like documents that are left on the table or anything like that.
I'm going to apply my luck a little bit more and go into like places like, where I shouldn't probably be, and just like look around and just look for names of people that work in this library who like find an outgoing pile. I'm just looking for names, lists, etc. Like anything like going toward Maester in section B or something like that, or from blah blah blah. And I'm probably going to find that probably at the front desk more than likely. So I'm going to start there.
Yeah, so I mean, from what you can find as far as that goes, that like I said, the workspaces themselves are clear, but you will find some various works of things that are like in progress, various histories, a lot of like current events type stuff, and I'll say even give me a quick investigation check actually.
That is an 8 plus 7.
Okay, so that's 15.
Yeah.
It's not bad. So, you don't find anything super intriguing. You do see like the beginnings of the telling of what happened in Aether somewhere. And it's just like a starting outline of events. It looks like also interviews being set up with various military members, soldiers, and that of the sort. You'll also find your own names, the Shining Vanguard, and listed out members and interviews to be scheduled with each of you.
I look to see if Crowley's name is on that list.
You see a Major Yuri Eisenhoff.
Excellent.
Great
success.
Like the Shining Vanguard, the list of the 6 members of the Shining Vanguard, and then in relation to Major Yuri Eisenhoff.
Excellent. I'll make sure that there's confirmed, like, oh yeah, we know where he's from, etc. before I move on. I imagine the time, I've spent a good deal of time already. Like, I check the timer in my breast pocket and see how much more sand I have left in the dial.
I mean, just simply walking around, like I said, most of the tables are empty and stuff, but just seeing that, you're probably 15, 20 minutes in, maybe.
Wow, that's excellent. Well, Jones, we're just going to have to deep delve, throw caution to the wind. I want to see, I want to go even further back. Like, if there is like a back room or something like that, I would like to go there.
Yeah, there's a couple of doors back there.
Okay.
Hello, Crowley.
Hi. Always hi.
You find them unlocked.
I'm going to open the door and look around.
Yeah. You walk. Go ahead.
I will, of course, make a. What is that spell I have? I'm sorry. 1 second, sir. Silent image. I'm going to leave a silent image of Crowley standing, like, nearby.
Okay.
And just with the same book. Or should I say, Major Yuri standing there with the book. And the whole ploy for that image is going to be, if someone calls out to him, he's going to move out of sight and just like that.
Okay.
Like someone calls out to him, don't hear. Go on.
Give me a stealth check for casting it.
All right, cool. 26.
Very nice. Cast silent image. You see yourself. Well, you see Major Eisenhoff walking with a book. You walk back into these doors. You see a couple of stairs.
And just to clarify, it is at will, so I don't know if that still involves like casting too terribly or without expending a spell slot or material component. So I don't know if that changes anything at all.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I mean, it doesn't matter. I rolled a 5 on perceiving anything that fucking happened, so you're
okay,
all good.
that's fine. All right.
You walk into this back area, and it looks like it goes up into some maybe like dormitory type deals. And you see a candlelight coming down one of the stairs, making their way. If you sit there for a few moments, you will see an elderly gentleman in a nightgown with a candle in his hand walking down the stairs.
Does he see me immediately?
He's not seen you immediately, no.
Okay, am I still by the doorway?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn into mist and slide back behind the door, and then reform, dismiss the silent image, and then knock and kind of open it like, hello, is someone here?
Give me a deception check. That's good. I'll give you advantage on it. You're not going to need it. Where's my other dice? I got to switch it up.
Change the dice. Microwave those other ones.
I need
Show
to.
the others what happens.
I don't even know why I'm pausing to calculate. It's a 14 plus a 15, so it's like 29.
29, yeah. You catch an old, like I said, old man coming down the stairs. Candle, he's like squinting pretty hard, even though he's got a pair of spectacles setting on his nose. The classic, just like nightcap off to the side. Like in some slippers, holding the candle. Oh, hello.
Yes, hello. I apologize if I disturbed you. I heard something coming from over here. I was just in the library.
Oh, late night reading.
Yes, sir. A wound from the war. Leg. It'll die down. I just wanted to read something to keep my mind off the pain.
There's nothing better than just to read a book.
I apologize. I've got your noise. I am Major Yuri Eisenov. Who might you be, sir?
Roderick.
Broderick, is there a title to that? I'm sorry, I am...
You could call me Meister, but I just go by Roderick.
Ah, Master Roderick. I apologize. If I made any noise in the library to disturb you, it is my apologies. It is my first time here, and I was amazed by the sheer size of it. That's what she said.
Who is she?
Someone stewardess or something said the library was quite big when I first came here, and I showed my interest in higher learning.
Well, we do like to keep a good record of everything that happens, so...
Have I not disturbed you? Would you care to talk to me for a moment? I don't wish to bother you if you wish to go back to bed. I was just curious what the Maester does in such a splendid library.
Well, if you give me about 30 minutes, I was on my way to use the lavatory, so I'll be back. And he walks away.
30 minutes!
30 minutes!
It's an old
Hey,
guy.
Don't you make fun of that old man.
It's an old guy.
10 of the minutes are to lower himself down onto the toilet. The other 10 are to lift himself back up.
Yeah, now that I'm
And that
assured he's going to be
110
up there for 30 minutes, I'm going to open the door wider and just start looking around.
Yeah, this is, like I said, this seems to lead into some like dormitories from upstairs and stuff. So he just sort of goes into like a back room, closes the door. It seems like any sort of work that he had, he maybe took to his room or another private office upstairs. If you want to try to go up, like that's the only way that you see from here. He said 30 minutes, but who knows?
It's his daily bowel movement, so I'm pretty confident, honestly. Yeah, I said it. I am going to fly and just levitate myself up the stairs past wherever he is, if he's up there, so I will get to that door.
Okay, just upstairs.
Yep.
He's on your level. He was coming downstairs to the lavatory, so you...
Okay, well, excellent. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just up there and take a quick look. I've got the timing for... I'm gonna give it like 15 minutes more than 20. More
Okay.
than 30.
All right. Make me a stealth check real quick.
Sorry, this thing isn't working. One moment. Is it bad? I don't make enough stealth checks to remember my own roll. It is a 12 plus 9.
Okay.
So
All right. You go up, you're met with a long hall. You hear various sounds of sleeping coming from some of the doors. You do see one door open, or like slightly ajar though. You go stealth up to it, look within. It looks to be a fairly simple room with a desk, sort of overlooking the back gardens of the crown, even though it's all covered in snow outside at the moment. But small candle that's sort of burnt down to a nub, and various papers scattered around on the desk, and an ink pot and quill. With a quick glance over those papers, no check necessary. You do see that. Let's see. Actually, let's see what you see. You'll see that he is drafting questions for veterans that were a part of the Battle of Aether. You know, where did you serve? Where did you why did you stop serving? That sort of thing. And different accounts of the battle. When did the battle start? When did it end? It's all very factual, and it's all very, very dry.
yeah, dry is good, but do I see anything that might disturb my, I don't like where this line of thought is going?
You like what? What are you looking for? What would you not like where it's going?
Oh no, so anything that Perpetual is oh yeah, this Yuri guy came, or this guy with a mask was there, and whatever he did, stuff like that. If they make mention of anyone with a mask.
Yeah, no, these are questions. These are very factual. These guys are not authors. They're not here to write books. This guy in particular, at the very least, seems to be, the guy is going to write down the facts of what happened. It will be the people that write novels and books later on that will take these facts and misconstrue them how they will.
Understood. One more thing. I'm looking for any factual things asked about, say perhaps a staff fell down, or I saw this great magical item fall down, or anything like that. That's what I'm really looking for here.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say there's questions that lead to that. It's like there was an airship seen floating about. Did you see that? Did you see the battle that happened near that area? You'll see tons of that.
I would like to I'm pretty sure I have something that I can change. I don't know if it's prestidigitation can do that, or I would like to change the way that writing flows to a different thing. Just manipulate the writing so that it reads, so that the ink changes to instead of the name of the ship or airship to we saw an object fly off. Or there's no name. No name was given like that is what I'm trying to do. Something is exceptionally sneaky here. And I'm just not sure. I've got this emerald pen, first of all, and I'm really urging to use it.
Sure.
So
that lets you cast illusory script at will, correct?
Yes. But it only lasts for 10 days. I'm looking for something a little bit more permanent. I don't know if I can white out a little. I know there's no such thing as white out, but I kind of want to just
Are you proficient in forgery kit?
No, I am not, DM. Big rip on me, apparently. I never foresaw the day I would be forging things. Go figure.
So, I mean, it really just kind of depends on what you're trying to do. There's no name of anything given. Here, like I said, this is very, what's the word?
Dry.
Interrogatory. This is questioning. This isn't a statement of facts yet. This is a sheet that is serving as an outline for questioning for somebody.
Yeah, I couldn't resist attempting to try and make a little bit of chaos.
I mean, let me know what you do.
It says with prestidigitation I can clean an object. Wouldn't prestidigitation be able to clean ink off, just a little bit of ink?
So you might probably be able to mess up the ink a bit, or at least fade it out
Like,
a bit.
smudge it, fade it out, and I would like to, with the guy's same handwriting. I know it kind of goes into forgery, but this is more magical in nature, just because I thought I had calligraphy. Where is the calligrapher's kit? Man, I play too many characters. I'm sorry. I will try to smudge it up a bit then.
Sure.
That'll be as easy as we do it.
If you want to try to do that, give me and you're trying to are you focusing on the airship information? You're just trying to ruin that question and mark it out of existence?
Yeah, just one question so that there's no fallback. He's like, did he get the right data? I don't know.
Okay.
Oh well.
Give me just a dexterity check.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. I mean, it looks pretty good. You switch over airship to I don't know, avocado, and it makes no sense. So
yes, the flying avocado.
Yep, there's no mention of an airship now.
That's good. We'll just leave that be. And I hope the history books treat it as it should be treated, as fact. And I'm gonna make my way out of there. Bye-bye.
Okay. Leave out of there. Still in there. A few moments later, eventually leaves. All right. Well, what can I help you with?
I was just wondering, have you read all these books? Or are you skilled in the art of checking books for authenticity? I was just curious, because I know there's been a lot of forgeries of late, to my understanding, of certain books of greater value.
What books? No books in this library.
But
Along
you are
with my skills and the rest of the scribes here, I'm sure we could suss out any faults or forgeries that were made.
I just heard, because I know that there was once upon a time during the war that forgeries were scattered as part of anti-war propaganda, and that it came before the maesters. It was just something I was curious about.
My recollection, I don't recall anything like that, but no tome.
It might have just been a soldier story. Like I said, I've been on the field for most of my life.
That is why we do what we do. Word of mouth is so unreliable.
And I appreciate everything you do for Karnath. You are truly the backbone of the people. How much more can I just pour on? So all of the maesters make their home here in the library in this tower.
Yes.
And how many of you are there?
12.
Oh. Nice. Wow, that's impressive. And how does I do not wish to keep you, Maester. I know you're busy, and I do not wish to keep you up at this unwarforged hour. How does one become a Maester, might I ask?
Time.
I should have known. Well, then I will be taking my leave, Maester. Please, it was a pleasure to meet you. I thank you for entertaining this veteran, though I am not worthy.
Okay.
Just, offer hand, shake, shake, shake. Pull identity, shake, shake, shake.
Okay. Once more, the hand extending out, pulling the identity from this Meister. Stay safe. Starts
Rest
shakily
well.
walking back upstairs.
You too. Close.
Gotcha. Is there anything else you're doing?
Yes, so I am going to kind of slide and dance my way back toward the door where I know the Kingsguard's on the other side.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stop. And I'm just going to look, and I'm going to crack the door open, and in that crack, I'm going to try and take that Kingsguard's identity as well.
Yeah. Easily enough.
And then I'm going to open the door and step through.
Okay.
One of the maesters happened to be awake. They were quite informative on the book I was reading. Gave me enough time to let this thing settle down. I appreciate you taking the time out of your duties.
Of course. It's a good break in the norm. You follow me this way.
Of course.
He'll lead you back. Anything else you want to do? Not?
That's just tiptoe through the tulips right back up to my room.
Okay. In that case, we're going to cut our camera to someone else. Who else is doing stuff?
Word.
Gandalf was sneaking out somewhere. What are you doing, RT?
I'm in Gandalf's pocket with Barrick.
With Barrick.
Or not, seeing through Barrick's eyes.
Oh, okay. For 100 feet?
Yeah, 400 feet.
Okay. You get to Where's Gandalf going?
Gandalf's gonna be last for an hour. Is going to be casting Pass Without Trace before he steps out into the corridor.
Okay.
Big sneak, hopefully.
Shadows cling to you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be sneaking. I'm gonna be trying to find my way to the King's Chambers.
Okay.
Oh boy.
That's what I told you I was gonna be doing. Trying to find out like the defenses and where we would need to go tomorrow, while y'all were talking to the king, so we could save the queen.
I
Gotcha.
thought you said that you were going to go see what type of defenses the castle had, not that you're going to go
That was
having a hot skip
That's what I
and
meant.
jump to the king's quarters.
I have no idea where they are. None of us do. We kind of need to know. We're all mental linked now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I said before.
Yeah,
break.
you did say you were going to do that. So you all have the mental link going.
I mean, I don't necessarily have to get myself right outside of it, but I'm trying to make sure I know where it is, like where they are.
Sure.
So we're not stumbling around tomorrow.
Correct.
Right. You are just walking around, though. You're not looking for any help. Is there any sort of method to your approach here?
Oh man. Good question. I'm trying to think of if Gandalf would think, would the king be high up or closer to the ground? Seeing as we were given like the very important people's quarters, 16 stories up.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna go with the higher you are, the more important you are. So he's gonna be navigating his way upward.
Gonna go upwards. Okay.
Yep. And yeah, walking around, but obviously like sticking to shadows wherever possible, and yeah, keeping it like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You are going to just take stairs and elevators up, trying to stay hidden from King's.
Correct.
From any
like
sort of
stopping
guards.
and listening. If I ever hear any patrolling guardsmen, I'm gonna get myself hidden until they pass.
Okay, you will need to do that right now. Go ahead and roll me some stealth checks.
Okay.
Or a stealth check.
If Gandalf ever makes it obvious that he's going to the king's chamber, I will make sure to message him through the link. Hey, be careful of those anti-magic orbs that we are told about.
What anti-magic orbs you were told about?
Well, when we didn't know if you were going to be back or not, we thought the king might have kidnapped you, so we were asking Pietro about, defenses of the castle. He said there are some anti-magic orbs about, so be careful.
Oh, do we know what they look like?
Orbs, I guess.
Thanks. Like big orbs, small orbs.
This is for you to find out. You let us know.
Awesome. Yep, I will. Yeah, I'll see if I. Hopefully, if that spot those, that means they're near something important. Okay. How well lit are these corridors, DM?
For the most part, they're dark. Or probably dim in a lot of areas, but there's like
That works.
a lot of dim and dark areas in between.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Advantage.
That's why I ask. Well, that also means that if I'm ever standing in the dark, well, it might be a bunch of humans, so it doesn't matter. 39.
Fuck. All right.
14 plus 25.
You find your place in a pocket of darkness, like in between two columns, as a couple of white lions just walk right past you. Not speaking too much. Yeah, just sort of bitching about how the day is gone and about how they've had to get a bunch of rowdy drunk soldiers out of the street earlier. A couple of them fighting and making their jobs just fucking hard in general. But they're just sort of bitching as they go by you. Just sort of making your way up into this castle. I will say
Definitely keeping an eye out for orbs.
for orbs.
for I don't know what they look. We have no clue what they are. We just know they're anti-magic orbs. So I'm like, I'm like Gandalf's mental image is like some floating orb that's like very clearly magical, has like runes etched into it and shit.
Right. I'm trying to think back on whether or not I actually said orbs. I think I said just anti-magic zones. But
great.
I'll have to watch the VOD back.
Poor Gandalf doesn't even know. He's just like, there will be orbs. But regardless, yeah, keep an eye out for that, because that's where he would think they would be near important things. So
Okay. Point of order, high or low?
always high.
Okay, I thought so. So I went ahead and rolled it before I asked
I'm a
that
man of
question.
faith, Alex.
Very well. With a bit of time walking around and going up, walking through these hallways and stuff, staying to the shadows with a 39, you're able to just sort of duck in between pillars as guards pass you by, seemingly doing just regular patrols. They are heavy and they are frequent, and they continue to be that way. It makes you think that you are somewhere you are somewhere near where that needs protecting.
Fantastic.
You eventually get to a point where there are white lions that you see frequently. It's to the point where you are having to like hop back in the same pocket a couple of times, as they're stationed about 30 feet apart, and then wrap around like a layer of this area. Find time to break in between them and duck back in between. Give me a quick perception check.
You got it, boss. Oh, that's good. 29.
29 is very good. It means that you see the runes on the ground before you get too close. A just strip across the marbled floor. Various magical runes across it. Are you trained in Arcana?
No.
Not entirely sure what they are.
No.
But along with that 29, seeing these runes stopping, sort of ducking back into some shadow and looking down the hall, you see a large knight in black armor, white beard, standing outside of two rather large wooden doors, sconces on either side, and he is just standing in the middle of the doors.
Okay. Ring ring, banana phone. Did Pietro didn't happen to say how many of these anti-magic zones there were, right?
I like several, I think.
Several? Did he say what all they were near?
Important stuff, I guess.
Awesome. Okay. Well, and those big guys confirmed, just the King's Guards, right? Personal bodyguards.
No. They said that there are probably more than just the personal guys. He said the lion dudes.
No, he said that they were definitely his personal guys. They were.
Oh, yeah, they were royal guards for like royalty, so like probably king and queen.
Gotcha.
Would Otto know how Gandalin could detect or spot these in any way? Like, do they have any tells or sigils or anything
Yeah,
that Otto could tell him to look out for?
There's glyphs on the ground in front of him.
I'm looking
right
at
now.
them,
He's
yeah.
looking at them right now.
There's fine print that says,
I just don't know what
be
they
wary
mean.
of magic items beyond this point.
Odds are good. Like, I can make an educated guess that that's probably what this is. Okay. All right. Now you found a room that has the guy, like the actual big guy in black armor. Outside of it, big double doors, near a bunch of runes in the floor.
Can
That
you tell
seems-
if this one's a fey, or like you did with the other one?
Uh,
Or maybe if the king is in there, you can tell if it's, you know... I don't know how you can tell these things.
that's his. I believe that is magical, so it may just be stopped.
Oh, I thought you just looked at them and... Okay,
Nope.
well if it's... I don't know
It's
how
like
your
a, it's
spell
like a,
works.
like magically expanding like awareness. I think. I could
Okay.
try. But... I mean, fuck it. Why not? Fucking first level primeval awareness. Whoosh.
Okay. What are the components on that?
Hey, there are no components.
No components.
It's not a
to it.
spell. Yeah, it is. I mean, actually, let me double check. Let me make sure
Yeah.
that it doesn't have anything. If it has stuff that would reveal me, I would not do it. It just
you must
says that
shout the name of the thing you're hunting.
it says as an action you can expend one ranger spell slot, 1 minute per level of spell slot to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile of you or within up to within 6 miles of your favorite terrain. It does not say that it do anything. It just says that it costs action.
Okay. Very well.
I've worked under the assumption previously that it does not have any like components like a spell would.
Your spell goes out. It immediately ends right in front of you, where that is.
That's figured.
It extends into some areas behind you, down and into the castle. You will find some dead zones there, and then the like where other anti-magic fields are, some throughout the castle, and then you will hit a sense of undead.
That makes sense. We are in Karnath. Okay, cool. Yeah, does not go past the anti-magic, so couldn't tell you for sure.
The big oak doors swing open behind the Black Knight.
And someone said, "Who's knocking on the door out here with
Who doing that?
You see,
Who's primevalin?
you see the knight in black armor step off to the side, just wordlessly moves off to the side, and looking at you see King Caius walk out of the double doors. He is butt naked with the exception of the sword hanging off of his hip, which he draws and points in your direction. Soldier, 42 pounds of butter to the front line. We will squeeze our way in. Sheathes his sword again and walks across the hall.
Caius is a sleepwalker? Or just a really good actor? Just gonna... It's weird. Definitely the king's quarters. He just went across the hall? Like, he didn't go back in?
No, he didn't go back in. He went, like, you are down the hall from his room.
Uh-huh.
He went across the hall from his room and out of sight. Like, seemingly into another room.
Another room.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't set foot into that zone without being like, hello, here I am.
The daughters of Sorakel have him like mind controlled, and when they're not directly inside of his brain, they just set it to shuffle.
He's broken. You have to smack him in the side of the head like a TV.
Hey. Gandalf
Anyway.
saw a nude king roll for therapy.
Dude. Okay. Definitely the king's quarters. I'm gonna make my way back and make sure that I know how to get back up here for tomorrow. And that is what I will do. I will sneak my way back the way I came, doing my best to memorize the way I got here. Or the quickest route, at least, or a route.
I'm really glad you didn't decide to cross that threshold.
Yeah, no shit. That would be bad.
Give me a survival check.
Rob? Okay. Oof. 11.
11.
Rolled a 3.
Lots of twists and turns. Trying to like track your steps in between hiding from. I would like actually another stealth check as you're going back through as well.
Ooh, glad I have advantage. Another 39, but I dropped a 1.
I don't think these guys can fucking succeed on that. So you,
Great success.
while you are remaining stealthy from these guys, it is costing you like mental faculties to do so, to hear them coming up behind you and dodge out. You have a general idea, like
To at least know like the floor.
Yeah,
Like how
yeah,
many
yeah.
I can at least say how many floors up we gotta go.
yeah,
At least there's
See-
that. I mean, how big could each floor be, really?
well, you find yourself walking in through like different stairways and
Oh,
stuff like that.
Jesus.
So
Oh no.
you have a general idea, although it's not the best.
Alright.
Maybe it may look completely different in the daytime. And who knows, maybe these floors like rotate on each other. That'd be
Oh
wild.
my God. It's just fucking Gandalf's brain is just gonna implode.
16th floor is just the 3rd floor tomorrow. There's
Oh no.
It
All
turns
right.
out he wasn't sleepwalking at all. Just one of the rooms shifted, and he had to get in there with butter.
He said water.
Oh, I thought he said 42
pounds of
things
butter.
of bu-
Oh,
42
butter.
pounds of
Okay,
also thought
I
he said
misheard
butter.
you. I thought you said 52 gallons of water, and I was like, that's really weird.
Pounds
Okay,
of butter.
butter makes a lot more sense, but I was just like, I'm just gonna let it go. All right. Well, yeah, I get back. Yeah, see, told you it'd be fine. But yeah, we got the general idea of where we need to go.
So we definitely are going to go try and do things then tomorrow.
Of course.
Do you know that the rescuee is there as well?
I would assume. I mean, if you were keeping somebody captive and like you knew they didn't really, you had to make sure you keep up appearances and everything. Like this is a big fucking place. It's not like they have to shuffle her off somewhere else to keep her. Like, also, I think where else would you where do you think she would be? I mean, also she's not just being held prisoner. Like, you know, she's clearly cooperating to some extent. So.
Okay. Does she want to be rescued? Do you know this?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Wouldn't you?
I don't know. Maybe
I mean,
she
like-
likes the power.
I mean,
She
like,
just
if you
enjoy being queen.
like if you knew like Eris was in the same kind of position, you would be pretty sure you'd want to rescue him, right? I think it seems pretty reasonable.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But did you talk to someone that was a relative of hers?
It told you the wizard, and I think that's probably why they're not. That's part of why I think that he was one of those 13 guys. That's probably why they haven't been talking to Caius, but they've been ignoring him because they know that he's
Yeah, it
fake.
makes sense. But that still doesn't. How do we know that the queen's not just in with the hags? Like, do we know that for sure? She's not cooperating.
I feel like this is very unlikely, but I mean, if it makes you feel better, I mean, we can check.
How is it not unlikely? What if she just is ambitious and she's like, "Oh, I get to be the queen now"? That's.
I mean, if these wizard guys are so smart, like, how would they make such a stupid mistake?
Why wouldn't they just walk in and take care of the situation if they were?
Because they can't prove it. They couldn't prove it until now.
Wait, we got people that are just with books and stuff inside the building that can prove it.
I mean, now we have the book. We have the book now. I am here as living proof. I was not here before.
you sure we shouldn't get Pietro?
I mean, would we? Perhaps. At least maybe not until after. I still think that he is very much in danger. I think once we have all things together.
I absolutely, I still want to do the thing. I just think that it could be. People are pretty terrible sometimes, and I don't know this queen.
I just don't think you trust me, man. Just you had to.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying we shouldn't, though. I trust you. I don't trust her. Okay.
We can't just leave her like this. There's like we're supposed to be heroes. Rescuing somebody like this is what we're supposed to do.
Right. I just don't want to kick off a fight inside of the stronghold of an entire nation against.
It will not be a fight. We'll sneak around. It'll be fine. Get her somewhere safe. Get Pietro. We'll have the confirmation from the Maesters.
Shall we do it to get Pietro?
I don't know if we should go get him right this moment. If he is, I think it's very strongly possible that he's in danger. He can't get far.
Right.
If he is outside of the city, then he should be relatively safe. We can go collect him once we have everybody else.
If he's still alive.
Come on, man. I'm sure
You think he's safe outside the city?
Dude. This is the way it is meant to be. I can feel it.
All right. I trust you.
Okay. Is Crowley back? Okay, so how'd it go? You found the Meisters?
Yes, I discovered where all the Maesters are in the library. I found the library. I haven't spoke to one for a little bit. They'll be most helpful.
Fantastic. Do we still want to go confer with them tonight, or do we wish to do it after we have rescued Etrogani?
There are a lot of Kingsguard about, so it might be better to go early, but I don't know how much time we'll have once we rescue.
I mean, perhaps if we go first thing, he's a king. I'm sure that he is like they will not be getting up and about quickly.
So the plan is to go get the queen while some of us are talking to the king.
Yes.
And then, what's the plan after we secure the queen?
We have secured the queen. So she'll be safe and able to, lend her testimony to my legitimacy and Gaius's falseness. We will have acquired either tonight or early in the morning before this meeting with Caius that this is legitimate as well, which secures another piece of evidence. Get everybody out into to the airship or something. Get Pietro. Last piece of evidence. Rudik's house, the house of Rudik, their word is respected. They've been around a long time. Between those three things, be able to unseat Caius. I will fulfill my my whole destiny thing and replace him upon the throne, and we will have the backing of Karnath.
So who is there like a gathering forum that we give this evidence to?
Good question. Is there like I'm trying to think of if there's any kind of like law building within Korth.
Monarchies do be monarching.
They do be monarching.
I mean, just standing in like the place of gathering.
This is it. I mean, then we summoned all of the people of import, lay it out, depose Gaius.
So who are the people of import? Do we like nobles? You're going to call them to come to the capital, to the palace, and say, "Hey, look, I'm actually your king now."
Sure.
Is that going to work? Looks over to Crowley like, "Is that how this shit works?"
Well, there could be precedents. I could look into it.
There,
Well, actually,
there was,
what? Go on.
there was doubt previously on where he came from. These things would prove that whatever legitimacy he had proven him when he first stepped up was false.
Gandalin is right in that there was some of this going on. It could still go either way. There might be those who doubted him before that'll be stronger supporters this time. But if we get the veracity of this information confirmed, it'll be a great help.
Yeah, if you guys, you know better than I do the way these kind of things work. So.
And while I doubt I'd be able to spread the information as rapidly in Karnath as I once could due to Idril, I could spread the information across the 7 kingdoms. No, I'm kidding. Across the continent. I'm gonna pull an Ed Stark.
I don't know if the rest of the continent will care. Just to be very honest with you.
The Karnathi are everywhere, so the information going out would be interesting enough. You guys were not in the continent. You care slightly.
But surely, yeah, if this information is disseminated, we have proof. We have the queen herself who can testify that not only has she been held against her will all these years, but that the person who is holding her is not legitimate.
Okay, so you guys will grab the queen and make sure that she herself will address the people that oppose.
Right, exactly. We'll take her back to the airship and keep her safe until we're ready to, like we have gotten Pietro, and then we can escort her along with ourselves to this gathering that we'll get tapping.
Okay.
So
who is on the pickup team and who is on the distraction team?
I would say due to his ability of talking his way past people and being able to look like a high-ranking military official, Crowley should go. No. At least Crowley and myself.
I was out of character.
Say Crowley and myself. At the very least, perhaps Koshik. She's also light on her feet.
And all of you are capable of fighting in an anti-magic field.
Ideally, will not be fighting in the anti-magic field. Ideally, there will not be any fighting at all.
Not all my abilities are restricted.
Well, okay, I'm just trying to think in what universe are they just going to leave the queen unguarded while the king goes and talks to folk? What if the queen is with him when he comes to talk to us?
We'll revise the plan then. We'll see if perhaps you can talk in her mind. You can tell her that. Oh yeah, absolutely. If she's with the king, you'll converse with her and like, hey, we know that that this is how things are. We're gonna try to get you out of here. What is the best? How best can we do this with your cooperation? Now that you know that we're gonna help you.
Okay, well she has one of those things like Crowley.
And is Artyom the best to get into her head? Actually, I take it back.
Is anybody else capable of freely speaking within the mind of another?
I'm not trying to be a naysayer. I'm not trying to complicate things too much, but it sounds like there's a lot of holes.
No. I like that you're questioning things, Artyom. This is magnificent. Death has treated you well.
Hey, right there. You can't see it right there.
Erish is not here right now.
Erish is behind me.
Erish is going fuck you, Crowley.
No,
he's biting his thumb at you. Bite my thumb at you, sir.
That's fine.
So, the queen, I feel, would be extraordinarily strange for her to not be under a guard of some kind. That you would have to contest.
Right, but that is why I'm saying we bring Crowley so that he could surely talk his way past them long enough for us at least to make sure that she is aware that we are here to help her.
One of those big guys, I don't even know if they speak.
They're the Kingsguard. I'm sure that they may very well be and I'm sure they follow her orders to some extent, maybe. Or maybe not, since they're supposed to be keeping her captive, but
right. They might not even be like normal. They could be constructs.
Okay, well while it may be okay. So it may be a waste of surely this zone.
I mean, I could go into an earth elemental and just rip everything through the fucking
That
walls.
sounds like a really make sure we had to fight everybody.
Well, it'll
a
get
small-
you through the door.
A small consideration as well is we don't know how long it's going to take them to verify the book, the tome.
Right. We could at least. Okay. How about this? If it looks like it will be too hard to get her out immediately, if it looks like there'll be too much of a fight, we'll just see if we can just speak to her. I can palm her a note, let her know that we're gonna try. Like we'll think of a time when where this is where we'll be. If you can get a message sent to us here with the details of how best for us to rescue you, then we will do so. But if it looks like it'll be easy enough.
All right, I was confused. I didn't know that whenever you were scouting last night, you actually laid eyes on her.
I did not, but I feel pretty sure that is where she's going to be.
Well, but how are you going to get through the daughters and the guards to give her the note?
We will point at Crowley. The point is he will charm the pants off of them so that we can speak to her.
With magic that you can't
No,
use.
with his words.
What
Holy
words
shit.
are going to make the guards go, we've been instructed that no one can talk to the queen?
I don't think that is something that we are under the impression of.
Why are you not under that impression?
Because she seems to be able to wander fairly freely.
I feel like
Is it
that's the
standard
point
practice?
of having someone who is your captor and is a figurehead for a power base to make it seem like that is what it is, but it might not be that thing.
I'm going to make this suggestion only once. If you wish to do this more safely, you could extend the time we're here. The king seems to be willing to offer Yuri a job with the King's Guard.
Yeah, but can you go into the anti-magic field and still look like Yuri?
It would be a high no, which I understand is what you're saying, Artyom. I understand completely. I could perhaps work my way around it. Be charming, but I don't know how wide those fields are. If I knew where all the fields were, that might make...
There's runes marking the floor.
Okay.
Marking the floor of where it seems like it begins.
I see. Or we could just watch how she moves and intercept her when she's like in the gardens or something like that.
Okay, if we don't want to do this directly in the morning, fine. But I insist that we do not delay too long.
That's
Fair
fine.
enough.
I just say give yourself some breathing room. You guys, I understand.
If you guys are going to go into an anti-magic field, you can't talk to us. We can't talk to you. None of your magic will work. And once you go in there, we won't know if you're ever coming out again until you get on the other side.
And magical effects will disrupt, etc., etc., etc.
Right. Yes. We cannot
Perhaps
send you any messages whatsoever once you're in there.
What is
Perhaps
it?
operation within an anti-magic field should be avoided at all costs, considering our capabilities.
Right. If we can avoid it, we will.
Why
But
don't
if you
we
guys just want to talk to the king first and see if we get... My only concern is what if it is like, all right, here is your reward, get the fuck out of my castle. Then we have lost our last opportunity to get her while we still have been granted...
I agree. I
permission
just
to
want
be
us
here.
to make sure that we have a plan that this succeeds before we get kicked out of the castle and then have to siege this whole place for you to do things.
Quick interjection to the DM, just so it doesn't get lost before the end of the session. Otto's, I guess, busy work from the get-go has been to using his dragonfly to be mapping the external guard posts and patrol routes and stuff of security. I guess trying to create a map of the defenses.
Give me a stealth check for your familiar.
Hell yeah!
Oh god. Goodbye, familiar. Oh my, oh my.
It's got enough hit points.
I doubt it.
22.
Okay.
The 19 on the dice plus 3.
For right now, it is going unnoticed.
Oh, can we? Never mind. They've probably. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Okay, how about this? So Yuri is a respected military individual. Yes, Major Yuri Isenov.
Mm-hmm.
If you could convince, part of, during your service, you had always heard, you very briefly saw the Queen yesterday. Say it is like you wished to have, like, that a reward, an ask that you have is to meet with her for a brief time, to speak with her yourself, like outside, like as like a not necessarily private affair, obviously, but as like you sit and have like tea or something.
I think I understand the miscommunication. Like OOC, real quick.
Yes.
I think the miscommunication is that those three dudes, they
Right.
do not work for Karnath. They work
Right.
for Droe. So they're not going to be like, oh, you've convinced me to go past you. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's what I'm saying. I'm
Right.
trying to avoid. That's what I was just saying. Like, this plan would involve somebody willingly getting her into the same room as some of us, like,
Right.
on purpose, as part of the pomp and circumstance of, like, oh, we're rewarding these great heroes. He asked to, like, meet and have tea with the Queen as part of his service to Karnath and such on and so forth.
Gorham's out there trying to get some of her hair.
Yes, yeah, I was. Yeah, I did. It did cross my mind, the Galadriel parallels.
Yeah, let's send Gorham out there.
Yes, like then he could sit down, have tea and biscuits or whatever the fuck, cookies, and slide her a note in that interaction, and then that would make her aware of what we are trying to do, that we're trying to get her out of here. Yes.
DM, quick question. Would there be, like, would I know any precedents of, like, say, gaining a queen's favor, like some kind of ceremony? Would Karnath have something like that? Like, I know Russian history would have something like that, but I'm not sure if Karnath would have something like that, just simply asking for a favor from the queen, or just a small token, or would I be overstepping for such a scenario?
I think it would depend on how you went about it. That would be like a very delicate process.
But I think I could finagle it. I think so, but I just wanted to make sure it was something that might still be, like, viable.
Potentially.
Okay.
Like, I'll accept the Kingsguard position if you could honor me with the Queen's favor. Which, it seems like a double win for me, but also, I'm kind of wanting to retire, so I made that plain to the king. Iffy.
But I think that's way there would be a way to meet with the Queen that is part of them keeping up appearances. We inform her that we are going to rescue her.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
I just
feel
feel like
yeah.
trying to rescue her from what appears to be one of the most fortified places in all of Karnath is probably not the best of ideas.
It's going to be a lot harder once we're stuck outside.
Ask the Queen to come and visit the
we
city.
should have her come and visit in the morning. And
like after the meeting with the king?
No, with the meeting with the king.
With the meeting with the king.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like that's probably less pain. I can try to get in her head. If I can't get into her head, then
give her a note.
Give her a note.
Okay. Also, it occurs to me we'll probably be on the timeline as soon as we ask the Meisters to check this book.
Yeah.
I feel
because
like
that's a lot of people to keep their fucking mouths shut about the big secret.
I also feel like that should possibly be done first, depending on how long it takes. At least the question should be asked how long this will take.
Right.
I feel like if we're already sure that the Meisters can confirm these things, we should go ahead and try to get that sorted out before dawn. If it's all possible.
To go try and wake them up, like, hey, we need you to look at this fucking book.
Or
like
at least
now.
one of them that might know.
Roderick
or one that might know where another one's at.
Roderick.
That's a good
Sounds
thing.
like a foreigner.
Well, I'm sorry, Roderick.
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 What was his last name? Was it proper Karn name?
Roderick Slov.
Oh, that is a venerable house here within Garnet. Much honor. All right, so we wish to do that now.
It seems like it's probably. I feel like get everyone else's opinion. I feel like if we're going. I feel like if we're going to try and spirit the queen away, we don't need to hold on all of the king's guard. 1 second, let us find this book real quick, and then it'll be okay. You know what I'm saying?
I suppose.
What do you mean, you suppose?
Yes. I don't know how long it takes for them to confirm a book is real and legitimate.
Listen.
Oh, they have to just confirm the book is real?
It needs to be confirmed.
That is legit.
This could be a short amount of time. Yes.
Can't you do it? Can't you confirm if a book is real or not?
What do you mean?
I mean, I can tell you it's real, but you need someone with authenticity, someone that is like deep within.
We need the
If you can get a maester himself to confirm it, if I confirm it, it won't have the same weight as if one of them confirms it.
We need their seal of approval. They're like, yes, this is true.
Yeah, grade A authenticity.
Well, we all just get a shit ton of gold, and we can probably entice somebody with some stuff to make them stay up and confirm this thing overnight.
I think the reward of verifying such an ancient book will be reward enough.
A promotion or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. So if we're going to do that now, we should probably go ahead and do it.
Nah.
Can we get that, Crowley? Did it look like that it was like off limits down there, or?
The doors were open, Gandalf.
Okay, so we can just walk in?
I won't say that you can simply walk in, but they're all there. It'll be easy enough to get a hold of some maester, is all I'm saying.
Okay, I'm just asking if we need to sneak down there or not. That is
I know the pathway now. I was guided that way by...
Oh.
I don't think they'll be following us too closely, honestly, during the day.
Okay. So, all right, we'll pick up the books. Like, who all is going? Girly, myself, because my book.
I should probably get some sleep, in all honesty.
Okay. Just myself and Crowley then, or?
Probably
first...
Otto. Otto should go. He's probably going to be really good at helping out with things if they need like chemicals to test pages or something like that.
One condition, Otto.
Yes.
Don't say anything to anybody on our way there.
First thing in the morning, or do you wish to do this?
We should do it right now.
Right now.
It's
good.
That's why I was thinking. I was asking, do we need to sneak there or not?
I've never needed to confirm if a book is real or not. It could take hours, right?
It could. They're all
I
older
will not
men,
speak
though.
to anyone en route.
Thank you.
Maybe you should just be like, don't speak to anyone until you get
on the way there. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want him pissing off the guards and being like, "Fuck
before you all go, I'll refresh a mental link, and you can just ask them in their heads if it's cool before you say something. That'd probably be the best idea.
All right.
If that works for you.
Okay, so me, Otto, Crowley. After you refresh the mental link. Okay.
And just to be clear, Otto, I don't mean to offend you at all, but you're just very friendly, and sometimes it...
I do not take that as an insult.
It rubs Karns the wrong way.
Right. All of Gandalf's people are just dickheads sometimes.
No.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you.
What the fuck, man? Also...
Kaushik just chimes in. It's true.
No, it is not. You are one of us. What is your problem?
She knows.
Whose side are you on?
Broad generalizations based on nationality seems unfair.
Hey, what the fuck about it? It's just like my corpse. Like, y'all,
but
all of
accurate.
Fucking Gandalf's like, don't you defend me, Otto.
Fucking all like 20. Everybody else, you're all.
No, Otto. This Carnaths like it when you try to insult them based on their region. It makes them. It brings the spirit together.
Let me make sure I understand the plan.
When I'm a warforged, beep boop.
For the 3 that are heading down to the Meisters once more. rather than going through a whole situation for it. I just want to make sure that I understand that you're going to be handing the book off to them with the information of what? You're going to tell them to verify its authenticity. Or is there anything else that you're going to be doing? Telling them?
It's really depends. This is a book on heraldry.
This is the lineage of Karnath's kings.
Exactly. So it's a book of heraldry of the kings. It was found, and we'd like to see how. We'd like to verify its authenticity. See if it changes, if it's a great scholarly discovery.
Okay.
I would also throw out there, we're going to want whichever one is going to check this. We need them to be willing to speak and say, this is legit.
I'm just going to let you know, this is going to be probably all 12 of them looking at this book.
Okay.
That timetable just went up.
Nah, you know what? So Gandalf would, like, after this dude, I presume dude gets it and is like, holy shit, this is going to take all of us. Or, I guess the question is, does it look like he'd be willing to start looking at it right now, or would he need further incentivization?
I don't think there's going to be other incentive to look at it right now. It would take these guys all of a few seconds to realize what it is they were holding in their hands, and realizing that it could have them all killed if someone finds out about it.
Yeah. Okay, in that case, if it looks like they would be afraid of, like, doing that and putting their lives on confirming its legitimacy, Gandalf would, like, looking at all of them, have the book in hand, scared old dudes. I want you. What?
I was going to say, you'll also need to make sure that there aren't any, like, crazy for the king type kind of people in there that will be like, burn this shit.
Well, sadly, I do not know. Well, I don't think I politically know any where they stand. It's not like it's a court of judges that they're just like, hey, this one in particular.
Right.
But look, they're scared with implications. My name is Eldwing Wynarn. And once you confirm the legitimacy of this book, we're going to need you to commit to verifying, putting your lives on the line to confirm that, so that I can depose Caius as a false king.
Roll a persuasion check.
Carly, help! Help me!
You better give that motherfucker inspiration and guidance and advantage.
Guidance, inspiration. I summon his ancestors to show up and be like,
well, you definitely don't summon his dad.
Definitely not his dad. Definitely not his dad.
We're all there, right?
It's like,
Otto and Crowley are present.
Otto is going to use, like, projectors and stuff to make Gandalf look very legitimate and kingly. A little bit of, like,
I don't think that's possible, my man.
Flash of genius.
Sure. Okay.
You're backlit. Come on.
So +5, and then Bardic Inspiration plus a D10.
Right. Okay. All right. Boot, scoot, and boogie.
The Karnath National Anthem. Boot, scoot, and boogie.
Siles.
Yeah, playing that.
It doesn't matter.
It's a natural one. What's the total?
Well, there's a natural 1, so currently it's a 7 with the +5 from Otto.
Okay. What's the D10?
11.
11 total.
Yep, I got a 4.
Could be worse, I guess.
Oh, so you weren't helping him, giving him advantage.
He was giving me the +5.
I thought I was giving you a +5.
You were giving me a D10
And guidance.
and guidance.
Yeah, it's free.
Roll a
It's
d4.
free.
What
Pray
did you
for
roll?
Why would I not give you guidance? I can cast it.
14.
14.
Bring it to a 14.
Okay.
Wait,
Uh,
you only rolled a 14?
I rolled a natural 1.
The book
But
is
what
pretty
about-
much snatched from your hand.
Mhm.
We'll see about that. The facts will reign.
I'm just gonna keep looking.
No, clap. Emmy award.
God damn
Emmy
it.
award.
We will do a bit of a montage here where every Meister is woken up. You have a bunch of old people that have studied Karnath and printed facts about Karnath, and they start bringing up reference documents and reference books, looking through this book, looking at signatures and other facts in this book, checking at other books. That is going to take the better part of all night for them doing that. Is there anything else the Shining Vanguard wishes to do tonight? Sleep. Anything else other than
What
sleep?
time of night is it? Excuse me, DM.
It's like 2 a.m. This is candlelight shit right here. Yeah, this is like 2, 3 a.m. right here.
You guys need to
Yeah.
cast an alarm on that room, take some naps and shifts, get ready for some stuff to go completely down without a hitch and not waiting spell slots at all.
I will be conscious while resting, so that'll be good.
I'm just imagining the
Oh,
intern
but
being
yes,
there at
alarm.
like 6 o'clock in the morning, like, okay, guys, I got you.
Alarm on the front door. Very well. Everybody else sleeping. Anything else you guys want to do? Okay.
Nope.
If you all fall asleep, I would like everybody but Otto and Gandalf to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wait a minute, what?
Wizzy Swizzy, let's go.
Yay for Clash Stars.
Swizzy. Mine's good. It's +10, so let's see.
Let's go.
28.
28. Very nice.
Very nice.
I think my Wizzy is swizzied.
18 boys, 18.
Nice.
Does my familiar need to roll one, or is it only for the sleeping individuals?
Your familiar does not need to roll one.
Gotcha.
Natural 20 for 30.
Yo. Okay.
15.
15. Very well. As you all wake the next morning, that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Ah!
Hey,
We're all dead, or y'all are dead.
Oh,
Can I
No.
ask at least one question? Do we get a long rest?
You'll figure out next time on Cross Eberron.
No.
Get cliffhangered, Kent.
I was like, can I fix my sheet? No, fuck you.
No. it takes one
Leave it
button.
alone. Let it simmer and suffer until next week. All
Lord.
right. Thank you, beautiful people, for playing with me. I had a blast. Thank you, beautiful people, for joining us. We are Hard Knock Dice. We stream every Wednesday and Saturday. On Wednesdays, we do Blood and Silver, DM'd by the wonderful Otto, / at Tyler Chase Games. So go give him a follow. Go follow us on all our social media stuff. So Twitter, TikTok, all that good stuff. Go give us a
Facebook.
follow there. YouTube, all of these episodes are uploaded 2 days after they are streamed. So if you missed out on anything or missed any sort of moments that you want to go back and watch, you can go watch back the VODs. They are free for everyone currently. But if you missed the VOD, then you can always check it out on YouTube. We are also still raising money for Extra Life. Thank you, Brittany, for that. Excellent work, charity in the chat. So we're raising money alongside Extra Life for the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. Be a hero in real life. Go save a kid. That is the best thing to do. We are going to raid someone. That's the word. Let's raid some friends over at Dice Legends. But yeah, did I say we stream every Wednesday and Saturday? Wednesdays,
Yeah.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Saturdays, we do Across Eberron, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to get notified when we go live, make sure you drop a follow. And if you want to just drop your support in there, drop a sub or a Prime sub. Those are free to you. Take that Bezos money and give it to us.
Bezos bucks.
And I think that's it. Until next time, guys. What's up?
Bye.
Hey, fuck.
Check out the Only Dwarves.
Woo!
LinkedIn.